खाली फोकस हाँ सेंटर में हाँ टीवी प्रेजेंटेशन भी ले
आवाज तो ठीक है बाकी जरूरी नहीं निम्न रखना सेंटर
ओके
Ram, mic close. Last video, mic voice was less. Mic put mic closer. पाँव लगाती रही कोई बात
Hare Krishna. It's not on.
Hare third day of the series of sessions on Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela. First day we discussed about Krishna's Nama, the glories of the holy name of Krishna. The second day, yesterday, we discussed several characteristics of Krishna's enchanting, captivating form. And today we will meditate on a few qualities of the Lord. And I'm sorry, last 2 days I went way beyond time and we couldn't take even some questions. Today I will try to exhibit some self-control. Conclude early and take some questions.
Please,
Better.
I'm just trying to see if this is better. No?
Loud, sir.
Great. Yesterday it was great. Okay, we will start. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Technical difficulties. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, this amazing shloka comes. Hare Krishna. Sutta Goswami spoke this shloka in response to an inquiry made by Saunaka the Rishis. He asked, Sukadeva Goswami learned Srimad Bhagavatam from his father Vyasadeva. Why? Sukadeva Goswami is already a self-realized soul. Why did he take the trouble of studying Srimad Bhagavatam under the guidance of Vyasadeva? Vyasadeva compiled Srimad Bhagavatam as per the instruction of Narada Muni, and he taught that Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami. Why Sukadeva Goswami, a self-realized soul, had to take the trouble of studying Srimad Bhagavatam? Why? Then Sukadeva Goswami answered this question. Atma Ramascha Munayo
आत्मारामश्च मुनयो
Grantha Apyirukrame
निर्ग्रन्थाप्युरुक्रमे
Kurvantya Haitukim Bhaktim
कुर्वन्त्यः इति भक्तिम्
Tham Bhuta Guno Harihi
इत्थं भूतगुणो हरिः
Atma Ramascha. Atma Rama means a self-satisfied person. He doesn't need anything beyond himself. Self-satisfaction. Munayo. Munis means very thoughtful sages. Nirgrantha. It has multiple meanings. In fact, this shloka has 61 explanations given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Madhya Leela. But let's see only one explanation because it's different here. So, Nirgrantha means those who have nothing to do with any grantha, like Mragari, hunter. Nirgrantha api. So, whether somebody is a self-satisfied person or a great thoughtful sage or a illiterate person, uneducated person, uncivilized person, kurvanti ahayitakim bhaktim rukrami. They are attracted to performing devotional service unto the Supreme Lord Hari. Right? Itham bhuta guno harihi. Such are the wonderful qualities of Lord Hari that can attract the minds of even great thoughtful sages and illiterates alike and make them perform unmotivated, unalloyed, selfless devotional service unto Krishna. Kurvanti ahayituki bhakti. Ahayituki means unmotivated bhakti. So Krishna's qualities are so attractive. The other day we were discussing pare parardham guna. Krishna's qualities are so unlimited that they can captivate the minds of everybody. So,
Atmaram you explained is self-satisfied and Nirgrantha illiterate. How do you consider Muni?
Muni is a
Like
thoughtful field.
How are they different?
Oh, they are different in 100 different ways. But still, Atmarama means he may not be thoughtful. He is satisfied. He doesn't need anything. He is self-satisfied. He doesn't need anything. But Muni takes some pleasure in analysis, in understanding things, in analyzing things, in being thoughtful. But Atmaram doesn't need even that.
So Prabhuji, which state is best here in all the things which you said?
Kurvante ahayitukim bhaktim is better. Atmarama is self-satisfied. The Lord is called Atmarama sometimes. A devotee is also called Atmarama. A liberated soul is Atmarama. A Gnani can also be called Atmarama. But devotees are called Atmarama because they are satisfied in satisfying the self-satisfied. They don't need anything beyond that process of serving the Supreme Lord for their satisfaction. So, taking pleasure in satisfying Krishna, Samsiddhir Haritoshanam, is the highest personality. A person who takes pleasure in satisfying Lord Hari is the greatest transcendentalist. Atmarama, you can describe multiple people as Atmaramas. Jnanis also can be Atmaramas. A dumb person, dull person also can be Atmarama. Avadhut can be Atmarama also. But real Atmarama is the Supreme Lord. He doesn't need anything beyond himself for his satisfaction. And his devotees are also called Atmaram because they are satisfied in Ahayituki Bhakti. Kurvanti Ahayituki Bhakti. Ittam Bhutaguno Harihi. One is attracted to the qualities of the Lord and thus become self-satisfied is the real Atmaram. So the focus of the shloka is Krishna's qualities are so amazing. Krishna has 64 qualities, minimum. 64 qualities as described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami. Now, this shloka is very important, explained so elaborately by many acharyas, especially Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave 61 explanations of this shloka to Sanatana Goswami, about 25 explanations to Prakashananda Saraswati, and even Prabhupada elaborately, for about 10 pages he describes purport to this shloka. But the next shloka is also exciting to me. In fact, more exciting. It is philosophically great, but next shloka describes something which is very, very practical for us in our devotional service as sadhakas. Sukadeva Goswami, although he is Atmarama, he still took pleasure in analyzing the qualities of Krishna and he took pleasure in hearing the qualities of Krishna in Bhagavatam from his own father. After hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, being attracted to Lord Hari's qualities, what happened to Sukadeva Goswami? That's described in the next shloka, 1.7.11. Harer Gunakshipta Matihim
Harer Gunakshipta Matihim
Bhagavan Badarayani
Bhagavan Badarayani
Adhyagan Mahadakhyanam
Adhyagan Mahadakhyanam
Nityam Vishnu Janapriya
Nityam Vishnu Janapriya
Harer Guna Akshipta Matihi. The Mati of Sukadeva Goswami is completely completely captivated by Lord Hari's qualities. The previous shloka ended with Itham Bhuta Gano Harihi. Such are the wonderful qualities of Lord Hari. In the second shloka, it's mentioned Hariyar Guna Akshiptamatihi. So Sukadeva Goswami's mind is completely captivated by the amazing qualities of Lord Hari. By hearing Bhagavatam. Bhagavan Badarayani. Adhyagan Mahadakhyanam. He studied Srimad Bhagavatam. Initially, he had a couple of shlokas from Bhagavatam as recited by the disciples of Vyasadeva. Then he became attracted to Krishna's qualities. He came back and studied Srimad Bhagavatam elaborately under the guidance of his father Vyasadeva. Then after that, his attraction towards Krishna's qualities increased even more. So you hear little bit of Bhagavatam, you study entire Bhagavatam. By hearing little bit of Bhagavatam, you develop attraction to Krishna's qualities, and then you study entire Bhagavatam, you develop more attraction towards Krishna's qualities, and by studying Bhagavatam, developing attraction to Krishna's qualities, what is the output? Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha. Sukadeva Goswami became very, very dear to all Vishnu Janas. And all Vishnu Janas became very dear to Sukadeva Goswami. What brings us closer to other devotees is our attraction to Krishna, our attraction to Krishna's qualities, and what attracts us towards Krishna's qualities? Hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, studying Srimad Bhagavatam. Adhyagan Mahadakhyanam. He studied Bhagavatam, he became attracted to Krishna's qualities, thus his relationships with other devotees became very cordial, very friendly, very loving. When we love another devotee for his or her external qualities, external demeanor. Oh, you are from Andhra, I am from Andhra. You are from Maharashtra, I am from Maharashtra. You are from America, I am from America. You like gulab jamun, I like gulab jamun. I like gulab jamun, you don't like gulab jamun. Whenever you get it, you will give me. So, friendships can begin like this initially. But let them begin. But that should not be the basis of friendship. Friendship based on bodily considerations are not sustainable for a long time. Friendships based on attraction towards Krishna's qualities are spiritual friendships, they sustain for a longer time. They are everlasting. So, in our interactions with other devotees, we should try to spiritualize our relationships. We should try to spiritualize our interactions by inducing the culture of discussing about Krishna and not just discussing many other things. As a matter of practical dealings, we may discuss a few things. Just for functioning in this world, that's all good, amazing. But if we can induce Krishna Katha in our personal private conversations, that's a wonderful way of cultivating spiritual friendships. While taking prasadam, Adigadadapu, Marinapu, myself, three of us were discussing some qualities of Krishna. It was so nourishing, right? So you're saying, sharing something from Ramayana and Bhagavatam, Bharat Maharaj episode, Chitraketu's episode, Marichi. So just a 10 minutes conversation that's so nourishing, so memorable, and that brings us closer to other devotees. When we become attracted to other devotees based on their attraction to Krishna, when they become attracted to us based on our attraction to Krishna, that attraction is spiritual attraction. All other attractions are like superficial or temporary. They are important and relevant to some degree, but the greatest way of connecting with other devotees and developing spiritual friendships is Madchitta, Madgata Prana, Bodhayantaha Paraspara, Paraspara Anukathanam Pavanam Bhagavati Shri. So when we meditate on the glories of Lord Hari, Pavanam Bhagavadyasha, they are Bhagavadyasha, they are the glories of Lord Krishna. Pavanam, they completely purify us. They enliven us. So Sukadeva Goswami became Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha because Adhyagan Mahadakhyanam, he studied Bhagavatam and developed attraction towards Krishna's qualities. Rare Guna Akshiptamatihi. to the degree our minds are absorbed in meditating on Lord Hari's qualities, to that degree Hari's devotees become attracted to us. My spiritual master, His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj, gave a definition of love of God.
It's very nice, very, very nice.
Love of God means loving God. Loving those who are loving God. Those who love God, pure devotees. Those who are trying to love God, sadhaka bhaktas. And those whom God loves. Every single living being. Love God, love those who love God, love those who are trying to love God, love whom God loves. That is love of God. So we will be able to see that spiritual connection between everything and everyone with Krishna when we love Krishna. Harer Guna Akshiptamatihi, when we are captivated with the qualities of Lord Hari, then we will have that Krishna conscious vision, spiritual vision towards people in this world, towards events in this world, towards objects in this world. Otherwise, we only try to exploit material nature, exploit people around us, and try to see them as how are they useful to me. For a selfish person, for a self-centered person, every interaction is a transaction. How is my interaction beneficial to me? I'm interacting with this person, is it beneficial to me? That's how selfish people think. But for selfless people, this person is a servant of Krishna, potentially. This servant is a lover of Krishna. This person is a lover of Krishna. This person is a part and parcel of Krishna, Amsha of Krishna. I should respect this person. So, we develop spiritual vision to the degree we love Krishna. And that love towards Krishna is based on attraction towards Krishna's qualities. Why do we love anybody if they don't have good qualities? Krishna is an import of hundreds and thousands of good qualities, therefore we love him. And he deserves our love more than anyone else deserves. Because he loves us more than anyone else. Many people may love us, but who loves us more than that person who stays right within our hearts? Even if the living being commits such abominable activities, sinful activities, and takes birth as worm in stool also, Krishna wouldn't leave that person. He is so kind. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati. He doesn't leave the person, he stays within the heart of that person. He loves us so much. Although we are not interested in his friendship, his relationship, he never leaves us. He is interested in our relationship. By studying Bhagavatam, we understand Krishna's heart. By studying Bhagavad Gita, we understand Krishna's heart. Then we meditate on Krishna's qualities. The more we meditate on Krishna's qualities, the more we start loving everything connected to Krishna, everyone connected to Krishna. Thus we treat everyone with kindness, with love, with affection, with compassion, despite all their defects. This is the quality of great compassionate people. Anugrahayeha charanti nunam bhutani bhavyani janardanasya. So, our interactions with other people, our friendships and relationships with others, other devotees specifically, must be based on our attraction towards Krishna's qualities. That's why Harer Guna Akshiptamadhi. By studying Bhagavatam, we need to immerse our minds in Krishna's qualities. That's the purpose of studying Bhagavatam. Not to become scholars, not to become philosophers. You may speak Bhagavatam, you may study Bhagavatam from a philosophical perspective, grammatical perspective, linguistic perspective, poetic perspective, historical perspective. But if you miss the devotional perspective, if you miss to get attracted to Krishna, Krishna's qualities genuinely and develop devotion towards Krishna, then we are missing the point. We are not taking full advantage of Bhagavatam study. So, Krishna, let's meditate on Krishna's qualities now. With this little prelude of importance and developing attraction towards Krishna's qualities, let's meditate on a few qualities of Krishna within whatever time we have. One quality of Krishna is his reciprocal nature. In fact, in Vrindavan we can understand by analyzing Vrindavan pastimes. The highest quality of Krishna is to be captivated by his devotees' love. That's the topmost quality of Krishna. His kripa shakti, his attraction towards the love that devotees have for him, and he's being captivated by that selfless love is his topmost quality. Apart from that, he has many other qualities that are very much in connection with the conditioned souls. They can connect with these qualities. But Krishna's highest quality is to be captivated by devotees' love. But conditioned souls don't have love. How will he be captivated by them? So, for conditioned souls or struggling sadhakas, they need to meditate on Krishna's compassion and all those things and develop some attraction towards Krishna. And when their attraction becomes so much, then Krishna gets captivated by their love, and that is his topmost quality. All others are there. Like Krishna creates this world, maintains this world, he is very powerful, he has 6 opulences, so many things are there. But of all of them, Krishna's intention or mood of reciprocating with the intense love of his devotees is his topmost quality. Let me give an example. In Vrindavan, Krishna sits right in the middle of several concentric circles. All the gopas make some concentric circles and Krishna sits right in the middle. He starts offering the food that he is eating. He would eat, it's tasty, he would take it from his mouth and offers it to Madhumangal or Subala, Sudama. They also eat something. They also feed Krishna directly into his mouth. And some gopas are sitting behind Krishna, on the left side of Krishna, on the right side of Krishna, or 10 circles away from Krishna, 20 circles away from Krishna. But every single gopa is getting this experience of seeing Krishna face to face, feeding Krishna and being fed by Krishna. How could Krishna give this experience to everyone? So we can see only one person in front of us. If somebody is sitting behind me, I cannot see that person. But Krishna, he is one Krishna. He is not expanding himself into 16,108 forms like he did in Dwaraka. He is one Krishna, but is making every single gopa feel that Krishna is with him. Even when Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain also, under Govardhan mountain, so Krishna is standing in a threefold bending form, and so many Vrajavasis are surrounding Krishna. Some are behind Krishna, some are on the left side, some are on the right side, some are in front, some are close, some are far towards the edge of Govardhan. But every single Vrajavasi, whether it's Gopa or Gopi or a cow or a calf or a monkey or a peacock, every single Vrajavasi is having the experience of seeing Krishna face to face, getting his loving glances and loving smiles. And Krishna's smile upon his gopas, friends, is very playful, Sakyavas. Krishna's glances and smiles when he looks at Yashoda Mata, Nanda Maharaj and elders is very respectful. And Krishna's smile towards Radharani and gopis is of a different flavor, Madhurya flavor. Like that, Krishna can simultaneously reciprocate with different devotees in different ways, while being in one form. That is Krishna's highest quality. Apart from that, Krishna has many other qualities. So this quality of Krishna is nicely captivated by this one shloka. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tathaiva bhajamyaham. The way you approach me in a similar way, I will reciprocate. Generally, Krishna keeps this promise, but he fails to fulfill this promise in the case of Vrajavasis and specifically the gopis. Yashoda Mata was giving him milk, and Krishna was drinking milk in Damodar Leela. Krishna is like a chataka bird, and Yashoda Mata is showering rain of her milk. Her milk is just a transformation of her intense Vatsalya prema towards Krishna, and Krishna is drinking that. How much milk can a little child, 2-3-year-old boy drink? And how much milk can a mother produce? But this milk is transcendental milk. It's a transformation of her intense spiritual feelings, Vatsalya prema towards Krishna. Therefore, unlimited quantities of milk is flowing from her body. And Krishna is able to take it all. He's drinking. But in this transcendental competition that went for a while, Krishna is defeated sometimes. Why? Sometimes he's unable to drink all the milk. That little milk, like little droplets on his bluish face, these white droplets of milk appear like pearls. He's unable to take it all. Something is spilling on all sides of his mouth. means Yashoda Mata had more prema than even Krishna can handle. Her prema towards Krishna is more than Krishna's capacity to experience that prema. And in Madhurya Rasa, Krishna tells the gopis, Na paraye hum niramadya samvija. Gopis, even if you give me one full lifetime of Brahma to repay the debt I owe you, I won't be able to repay. I cannot repay. Although I very confidently declared in Bhagavad Gita, yayathamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamiham, I won't be able to fulfill that promise in your case. You are way beyond my ability to reciprocate. That's how Krishna is. But in general, in all other cases, yayathamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamiham. Because Yashoda Mata's love for Krishna is very intense. When Yashoda Mata kept Krishna aside to save the Padmagandha milk, Krishna became very emotional and started crying. They're amurshas. They're not false tears. They're not fake tears, they're real tears. Because Yashoda Mata's love and affection towards Krishna is very intense, very real. She's completely absorbed in her feelings as a mother of Krishna. In reciprocation to those feelings, Krishna also is completely absorbed in the mood of her child. He is not identifying himself as Maktaha Parataram Nanjat Kinchidasti Dhananjali. He is not thinking of himself as Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Maktaha Sarvam Pravartati. He forgot all the shlokas. Janmadhyeshyataha Yatnavaya Yataratasya Arthesha Bhigna Swarat. I am not a Bhigna, I am not Swarat. I am a son of Mother Yashoda and I am a child who is neglected by mother. What will a child do when mother neglects? He cries. He is crying. He is crying intensely. They are real tears. They are not fake tears. Sometimes Krishna produces fake tears also. Then Yashoda Mata becomes a little strict. Krishna just rubs his eyes, Rudantam Muhurnyatra Ibam Vijantam, to produce more tears so that Yashoda Mata would become compassionate and wouldn't punish him or scold him. Okay, that is his general format. But this time, in the Damodar Leela, Krishna completely shed real tears. Is it possible to increase the volume slightly? Or are we waiting for something? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. If it... okay, earlier it was okay, like this. So Krishna said, Yathanam prapadyante tam sateva bhajamiham. The way we approach him, in a similar way, he will reciprocate. Now, in the 9th chapter, Krishna says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyah ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya vaiti teshu chapyaham. Another quality of Krishna, continuing with the same quality, his reciprocal nature. He is equal to all. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. He is equal to everybody. No partiality. Name dveshyosti. I don't envy anyone. No priya. I don't hold someone very dear to me. So no partiality in him. But interestingly, the same shloka, apparently contradicting himself, Krishna says, Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Tu, but. You make a statement and you say, but. Means you are kind of negating it. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mahite teshu chapyaham. If you specifically worship me, I am more inclined towards you. Although I am equal to all, generally speaking, but I am more inclined towards my devotees. I can't treat my devotee equal to everyone else. He's special. He is VIP for me. He is not an ordinary person for me. So he says that. He is equal to all, but that equality is not blind equality. It is equality based on some criteria. That is Yathama Prapadyante. Tam Sataiva Bhajamiham. Criteria he already said in the 4th chapter. In the 9th chapter he says, I am equal to all, I am impartial, but I am equal in the sense that my reciprocation with them is appropriate reciprocation, not blind equality. It's not literally equal treatment, it is appropriate treatment. If a mother has 2 children, 3-year-old, 7-year-old. 3-year-old may require only little food, 7-year-old may require more food. The mother says, I am equal to both children and feeds the same quantity of food. Is it equality? So, Yathama Prapadyante, formula is applied in all dealings, not only Krishna and devotees. So, ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maiti teshu chacham. Still, this is not an invalid statement. He is still samoham sarvabhuteshu. If you become my devotee, I will be specially inclined towards you. I will be partial to you. Just accept it. If you become my devotee, I will be partial to you. But who can become my devotee? Anybody can become my devotee. Akamaha sarvakamo va mokshakamo daradhi tivreda bhakti yogena ijeta purushaparam. I am inviting everyone to become my devotee. So sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja is not an instruction only to Arjuna. It is an instruction to entire humanity. So if you become my devotee, I will become partial to you. But I won't stop you to become my devotee. Become my devotee first. This is my arena of partiality. Inside my devotees are there. Who is invited? Everybody is invited. You perform bhakti, I will become partial. I am impartially partial to everyone because I give equal opportunity to everyone to practice bhakti yoga and become an object of my partiality. So this is another nature, another quality of Krishna, reciprocal nature. So that nature is very clearly seen in this shloka. When Krishna entered the wrestling arena of Kamsa, when Krishna saw Kumalayapeda, he killed Kumalayapeda. Along with his elder brother, he just entered the wrestling arena of Kamsa. And all the residents of Mathura city, with their different mentalities, they glanced at Krishna and Balaram. Different people are getting different feelings. Mallanam asharindranam naravarah strinam smaro murtiman.
Mallanam asharindranam naravarah strinam smaro murtiman.
Gopanam swajano satam bhujam shasta svapitro sishuh.
Gopanam swajano satam bhujam shasta svapitro sishuh.
All the wrestlers like Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta. For them, Krishna is like a Shamir, thunderbolt. Then Dranam Naravaraha. For common people, he is the best of all males. Strinam Smaro Murtiman. For strees, for all women there, he is appearing like Cupid personified. Smaro Murtiman. No, Smara Murtiman. Cupid has no form. It was burnt. Ananga, correct. It was burnt by Shiva. But if Cupid manifests in a form, that's Krishna. In fact, Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Visesha Shobham, yesterday we have seen. He is like 10 million Cupids put together. So, when women saw Krishna, he is appearing like Cupid personified. Then, Gopanam Swajano Satam Kshiti Bhujam. Gopanam Swajano. Krishna's Gopa friends are there. They see Krishna as Swajan, our own friend, our own relative. They are seeing him as their own friend. Then Asatam Kshiti Bhujam. Asata means bad. Kshiti Bhujam means one who rules land. A king. Asatam Kshiti Bhujam Shasta. All the bad kings, atheistic kings, are seeing Krishna as Shasta, a chastiser, a punisher, who appeared to punish miscreants. Paripranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam. They are all dushkritana. Krishna has come to punish them. Shasta. Asatam Kshitibhyam Shasta. Svapitroho Shishu. Krishna's parents are seeing him as our child, our dear child, beloved son. Mrutyur bhojapater virada vidusham tattvam param yoginam. Mrutyur bhojapater. Bhojapati is the king of all bhojas, Kamsa. He is seeing Krishna as Mrityu personified, death personified. Kalosmi loka kshayat pravruddho. Krishna is like time personified. Kala. Since Kamsa heard that announcement on the day of Devaki's marriage, till now, he was only fearful of Krishna. He is constantly 24/7 Krishna conscious. Right? So, Vrityar Bhojapate. Virat Avidusha. There are some ignorant people, they see him as Virat. Means universal form. Tattvam Param Yoginam. Some yogis are seeing him as Paratattva, absolute truth. Vrishninam Paradevateti Vidito Rangam Gataha Sagrajaha. Vrishnis who are in a reverential mode, they see Krishna as Paradevata, our worshipable deity. In this way, Krishna entered the wrestling arena of Kamsa. Sa Agrajaha, along with his elder brother Balaram. Essentially, the quality of Krishna being reflected in this shloka is, he is reciprocating with 10 categories of people in 10 different ways. Some of them have positive emotions to connect with Krishna, and some of them have negative emotions. The wrestlers wanted to kill Krishna. Kamsa wanted to kill Krishna. Kamsa is having fear. Wrestlers have envy, anger. So, Krishna is seen by them in a negative way. So, whether you are approaching Krishna in negative way or positive way, he will reciprocate accordingly. And Acharyas also describe different rasas. Some are in Bhivatsa rasa, some are in Bhayanak rasa, some are in Dasya rasa, Vatsala rasa. Another shloka. Ma bhirmandamano vichintya bahudha yamischiram yatana.
Ma bhirmandamano vichintya bahudha yamischiram yatana.
Nivami prabhavanti paparipavaha swami nanu Shridharaha.
Naivaami prabhavanti paparipavaha swami nanu Shridharaha.
Alasyam vyapaniya bhakti sulabham dhyayasva narayanam.
Alasyam vyapaniya bhakti sulabham dhyayasva narayanam.
Lokasya vyasanapado nodanakaro dasasya kim nakshamaha.
Lokasya vyasanapanodhanakaro dasasya kim nakshamaha.
Most important line in our current discussion in this shloka is Bhakta Sulabham. Krishna is very easily accessible and available to those people who have bhakti in the heart. Krishna spoke about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga in Bhagavad Gita. But of all these 4 yogas, Krishna's ultimate emphasis is on Bhakti Yoga. Karma Yoga means to connect with Krishna through work. You may work for somebody, but you may not love that person. Any experiences? Somebody may not love that person. If you love somebody, you naturally want to serve that person. Means karma doesn't include bhakti, but bhakti includes karma. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, mat karma krin, mat paramo, mat bhaktaha sangavarjitaha, mat karma krin. That karma is not the fruit of karma. Mat karma krin means it's a devotional activity. So bhakti includes karma. But karma may not include bhakti. Therefore, bhakti is superior to karma. Jnana. You may know somebody, you may have great knowledge about somebody, but you may not love that person. But if you love someone, you want to know more and more. If you love Krishna, or you want to develop love Krishna, develop love for Krishna, you want to develop so much knowledge about Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna in a devotional way, not in a scholarly way. Then dhyana means deep meditation, deep thinking. You may think about somebody, but you may not love that person. But if you love someone, you want to constantly think about that person. Therefore, bhakti includes jnana, dhyana, karma. Therefore, bhakti is supreme. Bhakta sulabham. The Lord is easily available to those people who have bhakti.
Hari
सनातन नेता है प्रभु की
Jai.
He went home and got it.
Yeah. See the service not that easy. But thank you so much, Prabhu. These are the gunas, qualities of devotees that completely captivate our hearts.
Hare Krishna.
Selfless spirit and selfless attitude. They reflect Krishna's qualities. Let's see. Snigdha pravriddhanashyamam
स्निग्धप्रावृद्धयश्यामम्
sarva saundarya sangraham
सर्वसौन्दर्यसङ्ग्रहम्
sarvayata chaturbahu
चार्वायतचतुर्बाहु
jatarchirananam.
सुजातरुचिराननम्.
Yesterday we discussed this shloka from the perspective of Krishna's saundarya. Thank you. Yesterday.
Correct.
We discussed this shloka yesterday. This shloka only yesterday sound is complete. Sarva Saundarya Sangraha means Krishna is the collection of all beauties. Prabhupada writes a brilliant purport. This is from Rudra Gita. Prabhupada writes a brilliant purport where he says that Krishna is the collection of all beauties. There are so many beauties in the spiritual world, there are so many beauties in the material world, and Krishna is the collection, Sangraha of all the beauties. So physically Krishna is beautiful, but there is another facet of Krishna's beauty. That is his quality. That is the beauty of his heart. Not the beauty of his body only, but the beauty of his heart. What is that? Krishna gives more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. It is Krishna who has orchestrated entire Kurukshetra war. It is Krishna who has made plan for Kurukshetra war and guided the Pandavas in 100 different ways, took the position of a chariot driver for his dear devotee Arjuna. He did so many things to orchestrate this Kurukshetra war, but he took a low profile. I don't pick up a weapon. I don't want the credit of destroying all the miscreants on the Kurukshetra battle. Although Krishna had killed more powerful demons like Aghasur, Bakasur, Vatsasur, Vyamasur, Putana. In front of Aghasur, what is Duryodhana? Aghasur opens his mouth. Duryodhana, Dushasura, and gone. Matter closed. No Kurukshetra war. Krishna, as a little child, killed more powerful demons, and he empowered his devotees to kill more popular demons. Before coming to ISKCON, some of you are very fortunate to take birth in ISKCON and grow. But before coming to ISKCON, I never heard of Aghasur. I never heard of Vyomasur. I never heard of Vatsasur. Bakasur I know. The Bakasur killed with Bhima. Mahabharat Bakasur. Not Bhagavatam Bakasur. So Krishna killed more powerful demons, but he allowed his devotees to kill more popular demons. Arjuna, you take the credit of killing Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha. Bhima, you take the credit of killing all the 100 sons of Dharashtra headed by Duryodhana. And what will you do? I'll clothe conscience and drive silent. I'll feed horses. Whenever they are stuck, I'll do consultancy. Consultancy services. So Krishna did. Not just that. When Arjuna took a vow that I'll kill Jayadratha before sunset, Krishna created an ambience of sunset by hiding sun behind his Darshan chakra. So Krishna did many things, but he always took a low profile and allowed his devotees to come forward. Nimittamatram bhavasamyasachin. He said, Mayaivaite nihataha purvameva nimittamatram bhavasamyasachin. I have already killed them. Then what am I supposed to do? Arjuna would say, Nimittamatram. Just become an instrument in my hands. I kill them, you manifest their death. Right? You just make it noticeable to everybody. That's all you need to do. So Krishna does everything and he gives credit to devotees. It is the Lord who has made the plan for Samudra Manthan. When the devatas and the demons tried to lift Mandara mountain, it is the Supreme Lord who came to help them. They could not lift Mandara mountain, so the Lord lifted it effortlessly, placed it on the back of Garuda, empowered Garuda to carry it, and he himself sat on it, and he brought Mandara mountain there. And he is the one who became Kurma and lifted Mandara mountain from bottom, which is the ocean. And he became Sahasrabahu, held the Mandara mountain from top. And he empowered the devatas with Sattva-guna, he empowered Vasuki with Tamo-guna, he empowered Asuras with Rajo-guna. He also created some mystic clouds that are constantly showering some mild rains to cool them, because they are being burnt by fire emanating from Vasuki serpent. He also took the form of Ajita and he joined the devotees. He personally changed the milk ocean. How many things he has done? But when Halahal came, he took a back seat. Before coming to ISKCON, how many people know that all this master plan, blueprint for Samudra Mantha was given by Lord Vishnu? But how many people know that Shiva drank poison during Samudra Mantha episode? He gave more credit to Lord Shiva. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambho. Let Lord Shiva get the credit of protecting the entire universe from this Halahal. I will take a back seat. I will become Kurma. Kurma, at least you know. But Sahasrabahu, anyone knows? Ajita, anyone knows? Mystic clouds, anyone knows? Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun, empowering them with all these three gunas, anybody knows? And we need to know, even know that the Lord lifted a Mandara mountain and brought it there. And after that, the Lord became Mahisha. So in this way, the Lord gives more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. That's a great quality. Whether it is Samudra Manthan episode or whether it is Kurukshetra episode, it is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who predicted that his holy names will be chanted in every town and village, who manifested that desire. He brought holy name. So Mahaprabhu just predicted and Prabhupada gets the credit. And the Lord is rejoicing in the glorious activity done by Prabhupada. And Prabhupada also explains in that purport that when Krishna was personally there in Vrindavan, many demons were coming and attacking him. But when Goswamis were there, they were Dhira, Adhira, Jana, Priyo, Priyakaro, Nirmatsaro, Pujita. Even gentle people and ruffians are loving the Goswamis. The Lord gives more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. Prabhupada also writes in another purport, when Ram had to cross the Lanka ocean, he had to make a bridge. But when Hanuman had to cross the Lanka ocean, he just jumps. And in this Ramayana, which is so beautiful, there are multiple parts in Ramayana, but Sundarakanda is most beautiful. Sundare Sundari, Sundare Sundaro Ramaha, Sundare Sundari Sita, Sundare Sundaro Kapihi, Sundare Kim na Sundara. Everything in Ramayana is extremely Sundar. Everything in Sundarakanda is so Sundar. In that Sundarakanda, Ram took a back seat. Hanuman, you are the hero. You cross Lanka ocean. You burn Lanka. You hit Lankini. You kill Simhika. You defeat Surasa. You do so many things. You defeat Ravana also. You kill some of his sons and soldiers. So the Lord highlighted Hanuman's quality and he took a back seat. Although he is the hero of Ramayana. This is how the Lord highlights the qualities of his devotees and he takes great pleasure in glorifying the qualities of his devotees and he takes a back seat. What great quality. The Lord is the one who empowered Ramananda Rai to speak all the finer nuances of Radha Krishna Tattva and Kanta Prema. Lord is like ocean. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the ocean. Ramananda is like that cloud that can extract water from the ocean. Sancharya Rama Bhika Bhakta Meghe Svabhakti Siddhanta Chayamritani. So Gauranga Dhirete Ramanavatirnaha. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is empowering Ramananda and giving the credit of describing Radha Krishna Tattva to Ramananda. Later, when Pradyumna Mishra came to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, I want to hear Krishna Katha. Can you please speak Krishna Katha? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the very fact that you wanted to hear Krishna Katha shows that you are extremely fortunate. Who is most fortunate on this planet? One who has inclination to hear Krishna Katha. Nobody else. But I don't know Krishna Katha. I only heard Krishna Katha from Ramananda. Better you go and hear. And he went and Ramananda is doing something there. He is just decorating all the devadasis, preparing them for Jagannath Vallabha Nataka. Then he just came out. Pradyumna Mishra came out. Then Mahaprabhu asked him, did you go to Ramananda? Did you hear Krishna Katha? He's following up. No, I did not go because he is preparing devadasis for Jagannath Vallabha Nataka. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, see, Ramananda is so great, he has spiritual body, he wouldn't get attracted to the material form of anybody. But I am a sannyasi, still I am not so self-controlled like him. He says like that. This is so the Lord is highlighting the qualities of Ramananda, making him the speaker. The Lord came down in the form of Lord Chaitanya to establish Yoga Dharma of Harinam Sankirtan. But he is not the Namacharya. Haridas Thakur is Namacharya. The Lord highlights his devotees. The Lord himself, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself wrote only 8 slokas of Shikshashtakam. But Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, they become authors of so many books. Mahaprabhu did not become temple president. But Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami became temple president. The Lord empowers his devotees to perform inconceivable deeds. And he takes a low profile. Whenever somebody glorifies him, he says, Hari, you cannot glorify an ordinary person like this, I don't know anything. Vallabh Bhatta came and glorified Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Kara Pravartan. You are empowered by great Krishna Shakti. You are Krishna himself and you are also acting like a devotee of Krishna and you are inducing everybody to become devotees of Krishna. You are so great. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, me? I don't know anything. I have learned Bhakti Siddhantas from Ramananda. I have learned Bhakti from Advaita Acharya. It is Nityananda Prabhu who is my constant associate, who gives me inspiration in Bhakti. And I have learned many other devotional principles from Swarup Goswami. Like that, Mahaprabhu glorifies with 5 mouths, he glorifies all the other devotees and he puts himself in a very low position. This is how the Lord takes pleasure in glorifying his devotees. Just like a father becomes so happy when the children become glorious, they do great deeds. Similarly, the Lord also becomes so happy when devotees are glorified. Bhaktana Manavardhana. The Lord increases, expands the glories of his devotees. Prabhave Sarvasatmaka. The Lord expands the glories of his devotees. So, this is one quality of the Lord. To give more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. That's why the Lord is doing such menial services to all the Pandavas. Sarathya Parishada Sevana Sakhya Gautya.
Saratya Parishada Sevana Sakhya Gautya.
Virasananugamana Stavana Pranaman.
Virasananugamana Stavana Pranaman.
Snigdheshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu.
Snigdheshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu.
Bhaktim Karoti Drupatis Charanara Vinde.
Bhaktim Karoti Drupatis Charanara Vinde.
The Lord acted as a Sarathi, the chariot driver. Parishada, in the Rajasuya sacrifice, he is taking Agra Puja. Where is chariot driver position? Where is his position of receiving Agra Puja? Sarathya Parishada Seva is rendering services to Pandavas. Sakhya, acting like a friend. Dautya, like a messenger. Messenger activity is such a menial activity, but he acted like that. Then Virasana, like a right watchman. Anugamana, following their footsteps. Stavana, praising them. Pranama, offering obeisances to them. Whenever Krishna goes in front of the Pandavas, he offers obeisances to Yudhishthira Maharaj and Bhima. And he embraces Arjuna, same age. And he blesses Nagli and Sahadeva. See, perfect etiquettes. Another quality of Krishna. Snigdheshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatim Cha Vishnu. Although he is the Supreme Lord Vishnu, who can receive obeisances from all the residents of all the planets and the universe, still, Snigdheshu Pandushu. Because Pandavas are very malleable with the will of Krishna, Krishna is rendering such menial services to their devotees. This is the quality of the Lord. To become so attracted and captivated and controlled and captured with the love of his devotees and becoming a puppet in their hands. We will see more in Vrindavan episodes, but Pandavas also are very dear to Krishna. Darshana Sparsha Samlapa Shayanasana Bhojanehi. We have 6 loving exchanges with other devotees, but Pandavas were having 6 loving exchanges with Krishna. Darshana Sparsha Samlapa Shayanasana Bhojanehi. So next, when Krishna departed, the goddess of earth, Mother Earth Bhumi Devi, she was remembering Krishna and Krishna's qualities. She enumerates 40 qualities of Krishna. how Krishna is truthful, gentle, kind, affectionate, forgiving. She remembers 40 qualities of Krishna and becomes so overwhelmed and breaks into tears and speaks the shloka.
Hare Krishna.
Kavasaheta viraham purushottamasya
कावासहेत विरहं पुरुषोत्तमस्य
प्रेमावलोकरुचिरस्मितवल्कुजल्पैः
प्रेमावलोकरुचिरस्मितवल्गुजल्पैः
धैर्यं समानमहरन् मधुमानिनीनां
स्थैर्यं समानमहरं मधुमानिनीनां
रोमोत्सवो मम यदङ्घ्रिविटङ्किताय
रोमोत्सवो मम यदङ्घ्रिविटङ्किताय
कावासहेतविरहं पुरुषोत्तमस्य. Who can tolerate the pangs of separation from Purushottama Krishna? Premavaloka, with his loving glances. Ruchirasmita, with his pleasing smiles. Valgujalpaihis, means his hearty conversations, appeals. He completely captivates the minds of his sweethearts in Satyabhama. Stairyam samana maharan madhumaninina. He completely subdues the wrath, passionate wrath of sweethearts like Satyabhama. Romotsavo mama yadan ghrivitan. When Krishna is traversing on my surface, my hairs are standing on it. Who is seeing this? Guna Devi. And what are her hairs? All this green, lush green creepers and grasses and trees. So when Krishna was there, earth was very prosperous. Everything was green. Trinachararugam Sriniketanam. So, Uddhava, he was overwhelmed. When Krishna was about to depart, Uddhava falls at Krishna's feet and says, I also want to come with you. Unable to leave Krishna. Ikam bhutaguno harihi. The Lord's qualities are so enchanting that everybody gets attracted, whether it is Pandavas or Bhumata or Uddhava or anybody. He falls at his feet and says, Lord, I cannot leave you. Kshanarthenapi, even I cannot stay away from you even for half a moment. See, please take me with you. And he offers this prayer. Tasmad bhavantam anavadyamarantaparam
तस्मात् भवन्तमनमत्यमनन्तपारम्
सर्वज्ञमीश्वरमकुण्ठविकुण्ठधिष्ण्यम्
सर्वज्ञमीश्वरमकुण्ठविकुण्ठधिष्ण्यम्
निर्विण्णधीरः मुहे वृजिनाभितप्तो
निर्विघ्नधीरमुखे द्विजनाभितप्तो
नारायणं नरसखं शरणं प्रपद्ये
नारायणं नरसखं शरणं प्रपद्ये
तस्मात् भवन्तमनवद्यमनन्तपारम्. O Lord, you are anavadyam. You have absolutely no faults. You are completely flawless. You are perfect in all respects. There are many masters in this world, but Krishna is the most perfect master. Anavadyam. Anantaparam, you are unlimited. There are many masters in this world, but those masters, although they may be perfect in certain things, but they are not unlimited. They don't have unlimited and perpetual perfection. They are perfect for a while, and after that all the perfection goes away. Or their body will dwindle, they may even die. But the Lord is Anantapara, unlimited, everlasting. Sarvagna. Sarvagna means one who knows everything. Acharya is right. Because Krishna is Sarvagna, he is Kritagna. Sarvagna means one who knows everything. Kritagna means Kritagna. Whatever you have done for the Lord, the Lord remembers it. Now, he is aware of it. No service rendered by a devotee with a sincere heart, whether big or small, is unnoticed. Krishna remembers everything. We may forget what service we have done, but Krishna remembers everything. And not just remembering, he is grateful. He will reciprocate. He will give us remembrance of what service we have done in the later lives also. As Prabhu Adhivadana was sharing when we were taking prasad. Indradyumna Maharaj rendered some service to the Lord. And the Lord remembered that service in the next life also. When Indradyumna Maharaj became Gajendra, the Lord became so grateful to Indradyumna Maharaj that he remembered all the services that Gajendra has done as Indradyumna. Now Gajendra is in some difficulty. in Aarti, in distress, I must do something in reciprocation with all the service that I have received from Indra. So let me remind Gajendra of some prayer that he has learned in his past life. It is only with the Lord's inspiration that Gajendra recollected the prayer that he has memorized in the past life and offered that prayer. And in reciprocation with that prayer, the Lord came and saved him. Quick match fixing. He is the one who inspires Gajendra to pray, and when he prays, he is the one who comes and protects. That is Kritajnata. Generally, we become grateful to people when they give us something that we need, desperately need. If I'm very thirsty and I desperately need water, sometimes somebody gives me water, I feel grateful. But I already drank 1 liter water, somebody gives one more bottle. Right? But what does the Lord need? He doesn't need anything. But he becomes grateful even for patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. If somebody offers patram, pushpam or phalam or toyam with bhakti, the Lord accepts it, touches it to his head and then receives it. Right? Touching to head means you are valuing it so much. You are honoring it. You are acknowledging their emotions. Lord, patram, 1 little pushpam, 1 little flower somebody gives, but if it's done with sincerity, the Lord accepts it, touching it to his head. Although these flowers are my Srishti, everything that exists in the entire cosmic manifestation is emanating from me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate, and you plucked 1 flower from one of my gardens and you offered it to me. What a big deal. The Lord wouldn't say that. He would touch it to his head and accept it. Dwarkavasis, while receiving Krishna at Dwaraka, they offer so many presentations. And Acharya is right that Sutta Goswami himself says, what is the use of a lamp to the sun? Sun is the source of all heat and light. And you are offering a ghee lamp. To the sun. What will he do with that little flame? But it's not about what you are offering, it's about what mood do you have while offering. And similarly, the Lord is the source of everything. What will he do with our patram or pushpam or phalam or toyam? But if it is offered with sincerity, the Lord will value it, treasure it, accepts it, because he is grateful for it. That's why Uddhava says, Sarvagnam, Ishwaram is the Supreme Lord. Akuntha Vikuntha Dishnam. His abode, the Lord's abode, has absolutely no miseries. So someone who wants to get out of these miseries has to take shelter of the Lord. Even Dwarkavasi say the same thing. Natasmate nata sadang dhripankajam virincha vairincha surendra vanditam parayanam kshemam ihechhatam param najatra kalah prabhavet parah prabho. Natasmate nata sada andhripankajam. Oh Lord, we have to constantly offer obeisances to your andhripankajam, lotus feet. Virincha, Brahma offers obeisances to his feet. Vairincha, Brahma's sons like Kumaras and Narada, they also offer obeisances. Surendra, the king of all devatas, also offers obeisances. Virincha, Vairincha, Surendra Vanditam, Parayanam, Kshemam Ihechhatam Param. If at all somebody desires their own welfare, they must offer obeisances. They must take care of shelter. Najatra kalaha prabhavi parah prabho, because we are never influenced by time. By the influence of time, we become old. The Lord will not. By the influence of time, we forget. But the Lord doesn't forget. Sarvadnam. Because he doesn't forget, he is Kritajnam. He is grateful also. He is aware of everything and is grateful for everything. A grateful person will never forget the special favors that he or she has received from others. When there is gratitude, there is no forgetfulness. But when there is no gratitude, we forget all the special favors that we receive from others. Especially when we are helped by somebody spiritually. Spiritually somebody gave us inspiration, somebody guided us, somebody mentored us, somebody assisted us in advancement in spirituality. We should never forget it. If Krishna is so grateful for the little service rendered by his small devotees, how much grateful we should be towards Krishna and other devotees who are bringing us closer to Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And Mother Sachi said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should stay in Jagannath Puri. Accompanied by Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar, Mukunda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri. One day, he called all of them and said, my dear friends, Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodar, Mukunda, you are my closest friends. I am extremely grateful to you. You are my best friends, best well-wishers, because you brought me to Jagannath Puri and showed me Jagannath. Whoever brings us close to Jagannath Ji, he is dearest friend, he is the greatest well-wisher. So the Lord is very grateful to these people in the mode of a devotee. And in the mode of Lord, the Lord is grateful to all the services rendered by other devotees. So that's why.
Quick question. So the Lord taking the offering to his side, like, can you give the reference to it? I like to read more about.
This is in some Acharya's comment, I can't recollect some Acharya's comment, Bhagavad Gita comment. I don't know. I am not Sarvajna. I am Kritika. So another quality of the Lord. Satyavakya is very truthful. Now I just spoke something randomly here and there, but we will pick up some qualities from the 64 qualities of Krishna as highlighted by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita. All 64 is not possible, just some qualities selected ones we will take. Eighth quality is Satyavakya, is very truthful. Krishna promised Kunti Mata that nobody can harm your sons, Pandavas. I will protect them. He fulfilled his promise. He protected the Pandavas in various calamities and especially during Kurukshetra War. He brought the Pandavas safely back to Hastinapura. Like that, there are so many examples. Then another quality of the Lord is Priyam Vadaha. He talks very pleasingly. After subduing Kaliya, you know what Lord Krishna said? Kaliya, I am sorry. I had to subdue you. I had to be very harsh and rude with you. I had to pound on each and every hood of yours. So, but I am very affectionate towards all the Brajavasis. Your poisonous waters are troubling the Brajavasis. Therefore I subdue you and I am banishing you. Please don't mind. I am banishing you. Get out of this place. So please don't mind. Like that, Krishna kind of spoke in an apologetic tone, very pleasing way. So even if you are being strict with somebody, if it is done with some sensitivity, if that strictness is balancing with sensitivity, it's acceptable. The strictness is also acceptable. Because the Lord destroyed the pride and envy of Kaliya, and later he pacified him, saying that, oh Kaliya, I had to do this because I wanted to protect the Brajavasis. Please understand my situation. Once you are transformed, you can stay, right? But still, your presence will disturb the pastimes. Please go. Then Kaliya said, oh Lord, whenever I have some role to play in your pastimes, please call me. I will come as your driver. As Garuda is taking you, riding you to different places, I also want to take you to different places. If you go to some South Indian temples, you see Krishna is riding on Kaliya. In Tirupati Brahmotsava, there is Kaliya Vahan also, right? So the Lord rides on Kaliya. Not that he is subduing Kaliya in some painting and some stone carvings. So Kaliya offered to be a carrier of Krishna also. In 11th quality, Supanditya. The Lord is highly learned. The Supanditya has two aspects. One is very knowledgeable of all branches of knowledge. You are knowledgeable about multiple things. Second is you are knowledgeable of proper conduct, proper etiquette. With friends you have certain behavior. With seniors you have certain behavior. With younger ones you have certain behavior. Right? When all the Dwarakasis came to receive Krishna, Krishna reciprocated with them yatha vidhi, just as it behooves. When a little kid comes, Krishna may just bless the child. When Brahmanas come, Krishna will offer obeisances. When Krishna goes in front of all the wives of Vasudeva, his mother and his stepmothers, he would treat all of them like mothers. In this way, Krishna is knowledgeable of proper etiquette and proper conduct. And is knowledgeable of everything else. Right? Tene Brahmaharanayadi Kavaye Muhyanti Yet Suraya. He is highly learned because he enlightened Brahma. He gave Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. And he gave Uddhava Gita to Uddhava. But other aspect is being very well aware of etiquettes and following the etiquettes. Then 12th quality is Buddhiman. He is highly intelligent. So this Buddhiman has two aspects. One is Medhavi, second is Sukshma. Sukshmadhihi. Medhavi means one who has sharp memory. And Sukshmadhi means one who has fine discretion. Let's give some examples. Medhavi is one who can easily remember everything that is taught to him. Krishna, as a student of Sandipani Muni, he learned 64 arts in 64 days. He mastered all the arts within no time. Sukshmadhi means he has fine discretion. Although you may be knowledgeable of so many things, you should also be knowledgeable of applying the right thing or right form at the right context. Kids are there, they are learning mathematics, they have so many formulas. A plus 2 whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. But when the exam teacher gives some question and they don't understand, this formula I have to apply here. Any experiences? So you know formulas, but you don't know which formula to apply with. Sukshmadhi means one who has fine discretion to act appropriately on the spur of the moment, just as it behooves, relevant to the situation. On the spur of the moment, you go to an interview and you ask some questions. You know the answers, but immediately the answer doesn't come out. After you come out of the interview hall, I know this answer. Again, give me another chance. You have to be very spontaneous. That is an art. He knows. You know how we get this quality? Sukshmadhi. We are rendering service to Guru. Very important quality. Okay. I may go slow, I may not complete. There is no completion also. I'll just share a few things. If you remember, Krishna had a friend named Sudama as he was learning in Sandipani Muni's Gurukul. One day Sandipani Muni's wife called Krishna and Sudama and sent them to the forest, get some firewood. And these two young boys, they were caught up in a big flood, big storm. And this time Krishna did not let go of the mountain. Right? Same Krishna. When there was a storm in Vrindavan, so Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain and protected all the reservoirs. But here, he kept aside all the powers. He's acting like a humble student of Sandipani, Gurukul student. I am not Supreme Personality of Godhead now. I will not call Sudarshan Chakra. He was caught up in this darkness. They were unable to discriminate between highlands and lowlands. Floodwaters are everywhere. It's like they are shivering, they are wet, everywhere it's dark. They collected firewood, they were coming back to the ashram, but they could not find the way. So they were caught up whole night. In such circumstances, you know what Krishna did? With one hand, Krishna held Sudama's hand. They had two hands. With one hand, each of them were holding the firewood collected for Guru, and with the other hand they are holding each other's hand. They are teaching us a very, very important lesson. Just like Krishna and Sudama were caught up in this flood waters, we will also be caught up in Maya's allurements in this life. So many tribulations and temptations come because of Maya. We should not leave two things. Number one, service to Guru. Number two, association of Vaishnavas. They are holding each other's hands and they are holding Guru's hand. So never give up the association of devotees, never give up service to Guru. What service do you do? That's different. That's circumstantial. In this context, service is firewood. In some other context, something else is the service. That's fine. But the principle of service to Guru should never be relinquished, and the principle of holding on to Sangha, Vaishnavas, should never be relinquished. So they are teaching us this important lesson. Sandipanamani is extremely anxious. What happened to my dear disciples, dear students? So he was anxious. He came out searching for Krishna and Sudama. Initially he could not come because everywhere it was dark, and as the sun rose in the sky, floodwaters kind of subdued. Then Sudama, Sandipanamani along with few other disciples came out to receive Krishna and Sudama. They both were coming with the firewood towards the ashram, and Sandipanamani and other disciples were coming. On the way they met. Sandipanamani embraced both the boys and gave them a special blessing. You know what is the blessing? My dear children, may you never lose the meaning of all the mantras that I taught you.
Hare Krishna.
He is not just saying, may you never forget. May you never lose the meaning. Means, we may remember all the mantras, we may not be able to apply them in the right context. Right mantra in the right context. All files are there in the memory. Which file to pick up in which context they don't know. By pleasing Guru, by rendering humble menial service to Guru, Krishna and Sudama received a special blessing from Guru that you will be able to remember all that I taught you, and you will be able to apply all the principles that I taught you in your life at the appropriate moment, in the right context. This is a special blessing. On the other hand, you see Karna, he received so much knowledge from Parashuram and he displeased Guru, and Guru said, when you forget, at the right moment, when you are most needy, at that time you will forget what I taught you. What's the point of having knowledge? You got a special curse. You will forget. At the right moment you will forget. So this is the result of displeasing Guru. So Sukshmadhi means to be able to adapt oneself to the circumstances, to act appropriately on the spur of the moment in various situations of life. So Krishna has this quality of Sukshmadhi. When Krishna was in Dwaraka, when Krishna was in Mathura, Kalayavana was about to come to attack Krishna with his 3 crore soldiers, 30 million soldiers. Simultaneously, Jarasandha came to attack him with his 23 Akshahinis of armies. Right? 2 armies are coming simultaneously to attack Mathura city. Then Krishna, because he had Sukshmadhi, he has fine discretion, he immediately transferred all the Mathuravasis to Dwaraka. Overnight, he erected Dwaraka fort in Kushasthali Dvipa in the middle of the ocean, and all the Mathuravasis who were sleeping in Mathura, when they got up, they found themselves in palaces of Dwaraka. Overnight. Only Krishna and Balaram were there in Mathura now. Mathura city is vacant. And 2 armies were coming. Which army came first? Kalayavana's army came first. But Krishna did not kill Kalayavana's army, although he had ability. He came out of Mathura city and he became visible to Kalayavana, and in front of him he started running away. He started running away and Kalayavana started chasing him. Why did Krishna do this? One is Sukshmadhi, because he erected Dwaraka fort at the right time and shifted Mathuravasis. Because when you are too much caught up in fighting with one army, the other army may attack Mathuravasis. Therefore, let me distract the Mathuravasis. Then after that, Krishna ran away towards Muchukunda's cave. And Krishna did not choose to kill Kalayavana because Kalayavana's, the Yavana's dynasty had a special boon from Lord Shiva that nobody who appeared in Yadu dynasty will be able to kill Yavanas. Therefore, Krishna respected that boon given by Lord Shiva to Yavanas. This is respect.
Yeah.
But I have to kill these people also. They have a boon from Lord Shiva, and according to the boon I should not kill. But he is coming to attack us with 3 crore soldiers. How am I supposed to protect? He protected the Mathuravasis by shifting them to Dwaraka. But now can he kill? No. He ran towards Muchukunda's cave. Let Muchukunda kill him. So by this, Muchukunda can get up from his sleep. So many things. In our college, we used to have this linear and non-linear optimization subject is there. Optimization. They give some constraints. Minimize this and maximize this. Subject to these constraints, you find an optimal solution. So Krishna solves a multi-constrained optimization problem. That is Krishna's speciality. He saved Mathuravasis, and he also fulfilled the boon of Lord Shiva. He killed Kalayavana. He woke up Muchukunda also. He did this by one moment, one act, he kind of fulfilled all the things. So that is the Lord Sukshmati. And later he again went back and killed the 30,000 soldiers. Then Kritagna, we already discussed it a little bit, but we'll discuss a little more. Kritagna means grateful. The person who is grateful acknowledges the services that others have done and conscious of his friends' beneficent activities and never forgets the service. Kritagna is very much connected to remembrance. We can be grateful to those people who have done favors to us only when we remember the favors. If passage of time is erasing our memory of all the favors that we have received from others, we are not grateful. Gratitude is the foundational virtue of all human beings and specifically devotees. Dhruva Maharaj, when he was 5 years old, Suniti Mata gave him some inspiration to worship the Supreme Lord. Then he went to the forest. Within 6 months of worship of the Lord, he got Darshan of the Lord. After 36,000 years, Vaikuntha airplane descended to take Dhruva Maharaj to Dhruvaloka. At that time, he just boarded the airplane and he wanted to jump off from the airplane. Why? He remembered his mother. Gratitude. 36,000 years back, Suniti Mata spoke few shlokas. Tvameva vatsa sharya bhaktya vatsalam mumukshu bharprogya padabhya paddhatim ananya bhave nija dharma bhavite manasya vasthapya bhajasva purusham. Like that few shlokas are there. How much time was required for her to speak that? Those few moments, that made Dhruva inspired to worship Lord Vishnu and became spiritually successful. Even after 36,000 years, he did not forget it.
Yeah.
He did not forget it so much that he did not want to go to spiritual world only without his mother. How much gratitude. So this is the gratitude of devotees of Krishna, what to speak of gratitude of Krishna himself. That's why Prabhupada writes this. Can someone read this?
The Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is also simply an address to the Lord and His energy. So, to anyone who is constantly engaged in addressing the Lord and His energy, we can imagine how much the Supreme Lord is obliged. It is impossible for the Lord to ever forget such a devotee. It is clearly stated in this verse that anyone who addresses the Lord immediately attracts the attention of the Lord, who always remains obliged to him.
The Lord remains obliged. He becomes so grateful when we chant Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The power of Hare Krishna. Chanting Nam that attracts the mercy of the Lord, that attracts the gratitude of the Lord. Example is Gajendra Moksha episode. Prabhupada writes in his purport, therefore we have to learn some shlokas. We have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We have to learn Narasimha prayers. Even in next life, that prayer can come to our rescue and invoke the presence of the Lord. Another beautiful quality. Continuing gratitude. Very brilliant episode. Sudama grew up. He grew up as a very poverty-stricken Brahmana who had many kids, wife, living in a very dilapidated hut, no food to eat, no inclination to even beg also. That was his condition. When Sudama's wife started pushing him, your friend Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the king of Dwaraka. He is so opulent. He has 16,108 queens. Why don't you go and beg some food from him? You beg some money from him, beg some wealth. Sudama said, no. How can I go and ask money from my friend? No, I cannot go. He was not at all inclined to go. Actually, Sudama had a slight tinge of pride because of his detachment. He was too attached to his detachment. He was thinking that, how can I beg? Nothing wrong for a Brahmana to beg. Brahmanas can beg. Kshatriyas cannot beg. And Arjuna said, Bhaksham api haloki, I can beg and live. Krishna disapproved it. Hey, you cannot beg. You are not a Brahmana. You are Kshatriya, your nature is to fight. But if you artificially take begging profession, you start fighting with other beggars. It is better don't fight. Fight with warriors. You better fight with Krishna and Gauranga and Dharma. Shreya Sadharma Viguna Paradharma Samudvata. So Brahmana can beg, but he's not begging. He's attached to his detachment. But his wife was pushing him, go and take some charity from him. But why was Sudama's wife pushing him, forcing him? Not with some greed, not with some selfishness, not because of greed for money. She did not want to see her husband suffer. Poverty, suffer from hunger. Therefore she told him to go and get some money. And Sudama finally agreed. Not that he has greed for wealth. He wanted to please his wife. Very good example of wife and husband we can see. Wife wanted wealth only to see the husband comfortable. Husband agreed for this proposal only to make her satisfied. So with this intention in mind, Sudama decided to go to see Krishna. He asked, do we have any presentation to offer to Krishna? She had nothing. She went to some neighboring Brahmana's houses. My husband is not begging it, I will beg. She went to neighboring Brahmana's houses and begged 4 handfuls of poha and tied it in a torn cloth and gave it to Sudama. This is your gift for your friend Krishna. So taking that, Sudama went all the way to Dwarka. In Dwarka, Krishna saw Sudama. Initially, Sudama was thinking that, will I even be allowed? I am such a poor Brahmana wearing this, ragged clothes. So will anybody even allow me into Dwarka? Maybe the soldiers may throw me out. But even if they throw me out, if they allow me to see Krishna from a distance, I think it's a great fortune for me. Sudama was thinking like that, literally. But when Sudama entered Dwarka, nobody stopped him. No soldier stopped him. No minister stopped him. So he thought, let me just go into some palace and see Krishna. Which palace he will go? Which palace is there? Which palace? Krishna is in which palace? There are 16,108 palaces. He randomly entered one palace. That happened to be Rukmani's palace. If he had randomly gone into some other palace, will he not find Krishna there? He found Krishna there also. Because Krishna expanded him. And also Krishna expands himself into 16,108 forms and spends time with 16,108 types in 16,108 palaces. So he entered this palace of Rukmani Devi. Then Krishna just got up from his couch and saw Sudama is coming. As if his elder brother Balaram is coming, Krishna just got up with so much reverence and respect and ran towards Krishna and embraced him. Vaham daridra papi yan. Krishna Ashri Kirtan. I am a daridra, poor person, papi, sinful person. Where is Krishna? He is Shri Niketa, residence of goddess of fortune, but still he is hugging me, he is embracing me. Vahu bhyam paridamhita. He became very grateful to Krishna, and Krishna brought Sudama and made him sit on his couch. Then Krishna personally started washing the feet of Sudama, offered him arghya, padya, achamaniya, dhupa, deepa, naivedya, everything he offered. It's not just some formal reception given by a kshatriya to a brahman. It is a heartfelt loving expression towards his friend. Otherwise Krishna would not have tears. While washing his feet, Krishna had tears in his eyes. And seeing this great display of affection that Krishna had, all the palace residents, they were wondering, who is this? Kuchainam, Balinam, Shamam, Dvijam, Dhamani Santatam. He had bones, ribcage visible. He is looking so emaciated. Why Krishna is giving him so much of importance? But Krishna is very much absorbed in displaying his love and affection towards Sudama. But interestingly, so Krishna did not give him a dhoti also. Hey, your clothes are very dirty and they are torn everywhere. Take this new dhoti. He did not even offer a new dhoti also. He is feeding food. He is giving arghya, padya, achamriya. Not gold coins, not rupees or dollars, nothing else. Just giving some food and speaking some sweet words. And he says, do you know what happened in Gurukul? He has gone into all kinds of remembrances, past remembrances. Now, Sudama never expected any money from Krishna. Therefore, he is not frustrated. When we have expectations, and when the expectations are not fulfilled, we get frustrated. When we don't have any expectations, still somebody gives something to us, we will become grateful. Sudama never even expected that he would get an audience of Krishna and he would get entrance into Krishna's palace. But he got it. He became grateful for it. He became overwhelmed. And Krishna, without giving any dhoti to Sudama or offering any gold coins to Sudama, he is saying, what did you get for me? He is not giving anything to Krishna, just some dhuk deep and arghya padya. That only he gave. Just formal worship only he gave. But he is asking, what did you get for me? We are seeing you for a long time. And Sudama is hiding. Wow. Now that Krishna is not giving me anything. That's not his mentality. He is hiding it because Krishna is so opulent. He has so much to eat. He has so many queens and maidservants and ministers and soldiers serving him. This dry poha, if I offer to Krishna, his belly will get upset. So I will not give him. So he was not ready to give. But still Krishna just grabbed it, forcefully took it and opened it. He took one morsel of poha and then put in his mouth and said, this is the best food I have ever eaten in my life. Just like Raghunath Das Goswami, he was eating some reject rice from the Goshala in Jagannath Puri. And Mahaprabhu came and took that and said, this is the best prasad I have ever eaten. So the Lord used smile. We will not take it literally. The best food that is offered by Mother Yashoda and Radharani. But Krishna said it. This is very delicious. He took it. Then second morsel he was about to take, but immediately Rukmani Devi came and stopped him. The reason is, if you eat everything, what will you eat? What will my co-wives eat? Leave some prasad sadhana. Second, by accepting one morsel of food, you have given him so much opulence like Indra. If you accept one more morsel, I will have to go as his maid servant. Third, another reason of a loving wife. If you eat this hard rice, your soft stomach will get upset. Please don't eat it. The three reasons. He stopped. So why I said all this story is that Krishna did not give a single rupee coin to Sudama. He did not offer anything to Sudama practically. He allowed him to eat some food, sleep that night, and early morning Sudama got up and went back. On the way Sudama was thinking, Krishna did not give me anything because he thought that I will become proud if I get some wealth. Therefore he did not give me anything. So Sudama reconciled it. But by the time he went to his home, he did not find his home. He found a big palace. His wife came out. In fact, Sudama's wife was very instrumental in destroying the pride of Sudama. She is the one who inspired Sudama to go and beg charity from Krishna. Because he was taking pride in his poverty, the right kind of antidote for this pride in poverty is to make him wealthy. And Bali Maharaj was taking so much pride in his prosperity. The right antidote for him is to make him poverty.
Hare Krishna.
If you are proud of wealth, Krishna will make you beggar. If you are proud of your detachment, Krishna will give you so much opulence. That is Krishna. Another quality of Krishna. Great quality. But from another perspective, apart from purification of Sudama's pride perspective, there is another perspective. One more thing. That day, when Sudama's wife got up from her sleep, she found herself in a big palace. For a moment she was a bit surprised, where am I? But within a moment she understood that the Lord has blessed my husband. You can see that. So Krishna became merciful on Sudama by giving him his prosperity. That news was first revealed to his wife.
Hare Krishna.
Although she never met Krishna. She is the origin of Sudama's transformation or purification of that slight tinge of pride. And she is the one who was first informed about that mercy also. Although she did not have a direct meeting with Krishna. So by the time Sudama came, Sudama's wife already knew what all Krishna has done. But for Sudama it's a surprise. So he came and he saw a big palace. Now the main question is, why did Krishna not reveal to Sudama that although I am not giving you anything, maybe you won't be able to carry all that now, this emaciated body. Although I am not giving you anything, but I have already arranged a lot of wealth. Indra's wealth for you, great palace for you there. He did not say it. You know why? Krishna felt so embarrassed. Krishna is grateful.
Hare Krishna.
He felt so embarrassed, so awkward. He said, Sudama served me beyond his capacity. He could not afford that 4 handfuls of poha. But still he managed to get it to his wife, to other brahmanas, and offered it to me. Means he served me beyond his capacity. To befittingly reciprocate with him, I must serve him beyond my capacity. But it is not within my capacity to go beyond my capacity to serve him. Therefore, let me secretly give. Now you are offering something very simple to the Lord, or simple to somebody. It's not a big thing to me. Don't put my name there.
Anonymous.
Anonymous offering. It's very gorgeous offering. Put my name there. You go to some South Indian places, every fan blade has the name of the donor. Every brick has the name of the donor sometimes. Because you can offer gratitude to them, but sometimes the donor has an expectation. Why my name is not written there? Why my name is not announced there? Why it's not displayed there? If the one who received donation gratefully announces it, that's a different thing. If the offerer of donation demands for a acknowledgement and announcement and claps and glorification, that's a different thing, right? So that's general expectation. So Krishna thought, what I am giving him is just Indra's opulence. It is insignificant. Even if I give him Brahma's opulence, that is insignificant in comparison to the handful of poha that I received from him. This is Krishna's gratitude. He felt bankrupt. He felt incapable of reciprocating with Sudama's service. Sudama, you have given me something that is beyond your capacity. To properly reciprocate with you, I should offer you something beyond my capacity. There is nothing beyond my capacity. It means I can never repay you for what you have done. So I am secretly offering this and hide it by face. I cannot show my face to you. So this is Krishna's humility. Humility, gratitude, compassion, and purifying Sudama's pride also. You see, all these things are displayed. That is Krishna's quality. If you just meditate on one pastime, you will find hundreds of qualities of Krishna. And if you take one quality, you will find hundreds of pastimes that demonstrate, in which Krishna demonstrated that quality. Both ways. That's why in Gautamiya Tantra this shloka comes. Tulasidala matrena jalasya chulukena va vikriyadite swamatmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsalaha. Krishna feels that this devotee has purchased me. I am sold out to him. Why? He receives tulsi and jala. That's all. You want some reference to this one? Little reference. If somebody offers some tulsi dala and little water to Krishna, Krishna feels so obliged and grateful. He said, he has purchased me. The Lord feels indebted to someone even if that person chastises God. One example is Damodar Pandit. Damodar Pandit chastises Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why? Because Mahaprabhu asked, Damodar Pandit, you went to Navadvip, you served my mother Sachi. So how is her bhakti going on? How is her devotional service? And Damodar Pandit said, whatever bhakti you have is only because of her bhakti. We are trained by her in Krishna's devotional service. How can you inquire about her bhakti? Are you qualified? Are you eligible to inquire about her bhakti? And Mahaprabhu said, Damodar Pandit, you have purchased me with this chastisement. Right? I am sold out to you. I am your property. When a devotee is glorified in front of the Lord, how much Lord feels so happy to see that. The Lord wouldn't mind being embarrassed or chastised or scolded by a younger devotee, brahmachari, always playing the role of a sannyasi, publicly also. He says, you have purchased me. This is the Lord's property. No self-centeredness. All this self-centeredness is there in conditioned souls, not in the Lord. Prabhupada writes in the second canto of the post, brilliant. No master in this material world shares an equal amount of opulence with his servants.
Yeah.
Master is there in a big cabin, and the servant or the security guard is there right in front of the master's cabin outside without AC, sitting on a small wooden stool, standing like this. Right? That may be observed in this world, but Krishna is not like that. In the spiritual world, he gives equal amount of happiness to all his associates, all his devotees. In fact, he gives more happiness to his devotees than he experiences himself. Otherwise, why would he take the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Because his devotee Srimati Radharani is experiencing more happiness in her service to Krishna than he himself is experiencing. To taste her happiness, he became Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord is not an insecure master. If I drive the chariot of Arjuna, what will people think of me? What will be my public image? If I fall at the feet of Sudama and wash his feet and have tears in my eyes, what will people think of me? He doesn't have any fear of public image. For Lord, expressing his love for his devotees and experiencing the love of his devotees is a priority compared to everything else. That is his quality. He values genuine devotion, genuine emotion of his devotees. That is his quality. Everything else is happy. All the protocols and policies, rules, restrictions, prescriptions, prohibitions, social customs, Vedic regulations, especially in the form of Krishna, he crosses all of them to exhibit love for his devotees. He is Sudradhavra, firmly determined. So, Satyabhama wanted Parikata tree, Krishna did the needful to get it. And Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain to protect his devotees. He says, Tasmat Macharanam Goshtam Mannatham Matparigraham Gopaye Swatma Yogena Soyam Me Vrata Ahitaha Tasmat Macharanam Goshtam Mannatham Matparigraham. All these people have accepted me as their shelter, Sharanam. Man Natha, Man Parigraham, they accepted me. They accept me as my Natha, as Natha. Gopaye Swatma Yogena. I must utilize my spiritual potency and protect. This is my vrata. He takes the law. It's firmly determined. Satya vratam, Satya param, Trisatyam. Let's recite it. Let's not elaborate on it. Satyavratam Satyaparam Trisatyam Satyasya yonim nihitam cha satye Satyasya satyam vrata satyanetram Satyatmakam tvam sharanam prapanna. God he is fixed up in his work of protecting his devotees. Ananyas chintayanto mam yajanaha paripasati tesham vidya bhiktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. He made that promise, he will do the needful. Yogakshemam vahamyaham means the Lord will supply whatever the devotees lack, and Lord will preserve the whatever the devotees have. Star conditions apply. What are the conditions? Only if it is favorable for their advancement in bhakti, the Lord will preserve what the devotees have, and Lord will supply what they lack. If it is not favorable, Lord will not supply even if they don't have anything. The Lord will not preserve even if they have everything. He can take away everything if it is unfavorable for their bhakti. That's what he has done to Sudama and Avanti Brahman. For Sudama, he gave wealth. From Avanti Brahman, he has taken away wealth. From Bali Maharaj, he has taken away wealth. But in both cases, in all the three cases, the Lord is just acting as a well-wisher only. This, who is that? Fruit vendor. She got so many jewels. People may get excited, oh, she got jewels. We should give fruits to Krishna. Bhaktaram Pushpam Phalam Prayam. Get some jewels. Bhaktaram Maidhuriam. Marakatha. Neela. So we get all this. But she did not get excited with seeing the jewels. Jewels were not exciting. She was excited with the smile on Krishna's face. If I offer fruits to this boy, he will smile. That is her ecstasy, not the jewels. Sudama also, even after getting so much of wealth, he was not attached to the wealth. He was not attached before also, but he had a slight tinge of pride in his poverty, but that pride is gone, wealth is there and is unattached. If the Lord feels confident that his devotees will never be distracted by any amount of wealth, the Lord will give them wealth. If the Lord is confident that my devotee will not be distracted or deviated if he has fame, the Lord will give him fame. But if the Lord thinks that if he becomes famous, he may get distracted from bhakti. If he becomes very powerful and wealthy, he may get distracted in bhakti. So let me not give him this next time. So the Lord is always well-wisher. Bhaktanam sham abhipsatah. Bhaktanam sham abhipsatah. You know where is this line coming from? First canto, 6th chapter. Narada Muni, in his past life, was the son of a maid servant. And his mother dies because of a snake bite. Immediately, Sutta Goswami says, Narada Muni says, Bhaktanam shamabhipsatah. The Lord desires auspiciousness for his devotees. Therefore, his mother died. What is the logic in this? Only mother, only son, 5-year-old boy. Now, mother died means the son has absolutely no protector. So, how can a devotee even perceive or understand that the Lord is my well-wisher? He separated me from my mother in this context, being my well-wisher. But this boy understood. He propagates immediately. This is the way of dragging a sincere soul towards the lotus feet of Krishna.
Correct.
By killing mother? What kind of statement is this? Purport is like this and shloka is like that. How do we understand this? Let's analyze this. This lady, the maid servant, before snake bite, what was she doing? For last 4 months, she was serving Bhaktivedanta sages.
Harivo.
She was not bitten by snake before 4 months, after this 4 months of monsoon season. The child, Narada, this little child, son of maid servant, if he could render so much service to the Bhaktivedantas and hear Harikatha from him and advance from Shraddha to Prema stage, what about her mother? What about his mother? There is no mention that she went to Prema stage, but we can conveniently understand that she did lot of service to Bhaktivedanta sages. She would definitely be spiritually advanced, and after her death, either she would have gone to the spiritual world, or at least she would have got another opportunity to practice bhakti in a better situation instead of working as a maid servant in 10 houses at the school. Bhaktanam shamabhipsatah. We may think it's injustice done to the Lord, but the Lord will never do injustice to his devotees. He will relocate the devotee from one place to another place only for the devotee's advancement, spiritual advancement. So, this boy became Premi Bhakta, eventually he became Narayana. And that whatever little material attachment is there, that is terminated, and both are advancing spiritually. This is how the Lord always desires auspiciousness for his devotees. Next. Another quality of the Lord. The Lord is self-controlled. Uddama bhava pishuna malaval guhasam.
Uddama bhava pishuna malaval guhasam.
Vidavaloka nihato madano piyasam.
Vidavaloka nihato madano piyasam.
Sammuhya chapamajahat pramadottamastam.
Sammuhya chapamajahat pramadottamastam.
Yasyendriyam vimathitum kuhakairna setuh.
Yasyendriyam vimathitum kuhakairna setuh.
Uddama bhava. All the kings of Krishna and Dwaraka, they had great expressions. Pishuna, Amala, Valgu, Hasa, spotless smiles. All their feminine attributes are so top class that even Cupid gets mesmerized. Even Shiva gets captivated. In fact, yesterday we were discussing, right? When Cupid, for any conjugal affairs or male-female attraction to happen in this material world, Cupid showers his arrows, Pushpavana. So with the same intention, Cupid comes to Dwarka. Before even he showered any flower arrows, Krishna and the Dwaraka queens are getting attracted to each other already. What does it mean? There is absolutely no tinge of material lust in Krishna's conjugal affairs with his queens or even the gopis of Vrindavan. Material Cupid has no role to play in Krishna's conjugal pastimes, Madhurya pastimes. Sammuhya chapamajahat, being bewildered, I have no role to play here. He is frustrated, he gives up his bow. Sammuhya chapamajahat pramadottamasta. Yasyendriyam vimathitum kuhakairna setuh. But Krishna's senses are never agitated by the feminine attributes of his queens. Krishna is attracted to his devotional service only and not their feminine attributes. Of course, the feminine attributes also are manifestation of spiritual potency, but let's see from the material world's perspective. Many times a person is attracted to the attributes of the opposite gender, the physical attributes of opposite gender, but that kind of attraction is not there. That kind of material, lusty attraction is not there between Krishna and his queens. It's totally spiritual, pure, loving attraction towards each other. That's what the shloka teaches us. He is a conqueror of his senses. Another quality of Krishna is Kshamashila, forgiving. Indra, how much havoc Indra has created in Vrindavan. So many demons came and attacked the peace of Vrindavan. If you see Potana, Trinavarta, Shakatasur, Naghasur, Vatsasur, Vyomasur, Keshi, Arishtasur, so many demons attacked Vrindavan, disturbed the peace of Vrindavan. Although so many demons attacked Vrindavan, no demon has created as much havoc as Indra created in Vrindavan. He defeated, outsmarted all the demons. Even Aghasur, amongst all the demons which attacked Krishna, Aghasur is little more fierce because Aghasur did not target only Krishna, Aghasur targeted entire Gauranga community. They'll kill all the boys, all the calves, then their parents will die. But Indra surpassed Aghasur also. He wanted not only to kill all the Vrajavasis and cows, he wanted to destroy the entire Vrindavan only. He wanted to inundate Vrindavan. Krishna's favorite land and favorite associates, he targeted them. When a devotee is not in proper consciousness, such a devotee can create more disturbance in a spiritual community than an outsider. The outsiders, demons who are visiting Vrindavan, they created less disturbance. But Krishna's devotee, Indra, he created more disturbance. So when we are not in proper consciousness, we can disturb the spiritual society more than an outsider. But Krishna is very willing. Whatever he has done is mighty. Mera bhakti. So he forgave Indra. But Indra Puja is permanently cancelled. I'm not taking away your post, but Indra Puja is permanently replaced by Govardhan Puja in Vaishnava calendar. You just take it for granted. No one will do that. This gives the necessary punishment and shows the necessary strictness, but he forgives. He accommodates. Api chet suduracharo bhajati mamananya bhak sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. Sadhureva samantavyaha. I consider a devotee sadhu. Very soon he will be reinstated. So such a hope-giving statement by Krishna. That does not mean a devotee deliberately performs mistakes, but by mistake, if a mistake happens, Krishna forgives. Deliberate mistakes, of course, definitely Krishna will take some action, but accidentally, incidentally, circumstantially, unintentionally, if somebody does a mistake, Krishna forgives. And a devotee, when he does a mistake, a devotee realizes the mistake, admits the mistake, apologizes for the mistake, and rectifies it if it is possible, and tries not to repeat it, and sincerely repents for it and remembers it. Remembrance is very important. When we do some mistakes, let's remember our mistakes, not to become depressed, but not to repeat it again. So our remembrance of our past mistakes should not make us egoistically regretful and become depressed, but they should only help us not repeat that mistakes again and be more determined and be more prayerful. And also, remembrance of our past mistakes will keep us humble. When we do something great, people are praising us. But at that time when we remember, they are praising me that I am so great, but 10 years back I was like this. 10 days back I was like this. I did this mistake. So that remembrance will keep us humble and not allow that praise to get into our head and make us more puffed up. And also remembrance of our past mistakes will make us grateful. I was doing this mistake, now I am here, I am grown up, I improved. Who helped me to improve? Some devotees. I can become grateful. Prabhupada says, if a devotee must remember one's past fallen condition and regret for it and repent for it. All the reactions to one's sinful activities are burnt in the fire of honest repentance. Prabhupada writes in 1st and 18th chapter. Unfortunately, Indra repented definitely for his mistake, but apart from repenting for his mistake, he also wanted to escape punishment. He was thinking, Krishna only protected the Vrajavasis. He did not punish me yet. Maybe he will call Yamaraj and punish me. Krishna Chakravarti writes like this. He wanted to avoid punishment. He wanted to escape punishment or escape atonement. Therefore, he repeated the same mistake again in Parijat episode. There is a cause and effect relationship between these two mistakes. Again, Krishna forgave. In Parijat episode, he fought with Indra, he taught him a lesson, again he forgave. Okay, fine. That is Krishna's forgiving attitude, tolerance. Once you chant Hare Krishna, once you become devoted to Krishna, Krishna will take our responsibility. Just like a loving father forgives the repeated mistakes of a child, Krishna also forgives and accommodates us. That does not mean devotee takes advantage of Krishna's magnanimity and deliberately commits mistakes, but if a devotee happens to accidentally commit mistakes or become a little carried away, so Krishna will somehow forgive and accommodate him. Right? That nature also devotees need to imbibe as much as practically possible. If the offense is very grave, of course that's a different thing. Next. A person who tolerates the offenses of others, this we have discussed. Gambhira. Kam vadayalam sharanam rajam. Very soon it's coming. I think I need to make pass the time.
8:45.
How much time do you
2 hours.
Today's Friday.
Tomorrow, Friday night.
No, I cancel.
You can say that. Okay, let's discuss.
Hari
Friday night.
Friday night.
is Gambhira, is very grave also. A person who is grave is so absorbed in his gravity that other people may not be able to understand what's there in his mind. Just like ocean is said to be very grave. Gambhirye Ambodhikoti. Mahaprabhu is also described as, in gravity, Mahaprabhu is equal to 1 crore oceans. Ocean is very grave. What's hidden in the depths of the ocean, not many people will understand by standing on the shore. Right? Similarly, Krishna is also grave. Krishna says, Nahi yasya karhi chitrajan puman veda vidhipsitam yadvijignasa yayukta buhyanti kavayopihi. So he says, in trying to understand Krishna's intentions, even great kavis and philosophers also become completely bewildered and confused. That is Krishna's gravity. To that degree, Krishna can be grave. Also, another instance of Krishna's gravity is Brahma Vimohana Leela. Brahma came in front of Krishna and begged forgiveness from Krishna. Krishna, I'm very sorry. I'm like your child, you are like my mother. What's the proof? Just some time back, you showed the entire universe within your belly to Mother Yashoda. And I'm there inside the universe. The universe is in your belly and I'm inside the universe. Means I'm like a child in the womb of mother. And you are the mother. And Brahma is saying this standing in front of Krishna. Krishna was 6-year-old, Brahma has 4 heads. It's gigantic. That is inconceivable. Krishna is inside everything and outside everything. Brahma is inside Krishna and outside Krishna also. It's inconceivable quality. Anyways, he said, I'm really sorry, please forgive me. Then he said, Vrindavan is glorious, Brajavasis are glorious, and I want to become a dust particle in Vrindavan. I want to get dust from the lotus feet of all the Brajavasis. I want to become a shrub or a creeper or a blade of grass in Vrindavan. He's saying many things. Krishna was very grave. He did not speak a single word. Can you imagine? At least in front of Narada, Indra. When Indra came to beg forgiveness, Krishna spoke many things. He gave some warning, caution note, and consoled him, accepted Abhishek. Govinda Kundis found, Stuti Kundis found. So many things happened when Indra came. But when Brahma came, Krishna did not speak a single word. He did not even look at him. He looked like this, third race in his hand. We clear the place, I have to go and play with my friends. I will take my lunch. I interrupted my lunch. Because all the original boys that Krishna has hidden earlier, they again manifested on the bank of Yamuna in the same spot, in the same scene. 1 year back, Krishna just came out of that assembly to search for the calves. Now he will go back after hearing Brahma's prayers, and all the Gopas would say, Krishna, you came so early, you found the calves so early. Even we did not even eat one morsel of prasad also in your absence. Come join us. They would say. But what happened to Brahma? He felt so repentant. He could not understand what's there in Krishna's mind. So Brahma went back to Brahma Loka. He was still more repentant. So he just could not handle it. He went to a place called Antarjiva and started worshipping the Lord, meditating on the Lord. He did severe tapasya. Then the Lord manifested as golden Gauranga and said, my dear Brahma, now you have so much social status and you are taking pride in your social status. In the next incarnation, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you will take birth as Haridas Thakur in a Yavana family, deprived of any social status or any special privilege. In those days, it was like untouchable family. You will take birth in that family. In such a humble state of mind, you will be able to chant the holy names of Krishna. You will be able to appreciate my glories. Then I will make you Namacharya. When Brahma became humble, he could understand and appreciate the glories of Krishna and Vrindavan, as we discussed yesterday. But when Brahma is totally deprived of any social status, as Namacharya, in such a humble state of mind, Kirtaniya Sadahari, he will be able to chant the holy names of Krishna. So much so that Krishna will make him Namacharya. Brahma, as Haridas Thakur was saying that, oh Lord, I cannot see your disappearance faster. I have only one desire. Just keep your lotus feet on my chest and my heart. Allow me to see your beautiful face. Allow me to sing Shri Krishna Chaitanya and depart from this world. Mahaprabhu granted it. But before that, Mahaprabhu said, Haridas Thakur, you are departing. If you depart, how will you survive in bhakti? Then Haridas Thakur said, if an insignificant ant dies, what difference does it make to this world? Oh Lord, don't keep me in illusion. Where is Brahma wanting to test Krishna? And where is Haridas Thakur saying that I am more insignificant than an ant? If I die, it doesn't make any difference to this universe. This is the humility expected of a devotee. If we think we are significant in any way, we are far, far away from the mode that Mahaprabhu expects from us. If we think we are great, we are better than others, we are superior to others in any way, then Kirtana Yasadahari is far, far away from us. That we can see. Krishna's Gambhiryata we were discussing. Next. His equipoise. There are multiple examples, Bhumi Devi and even all the Nagapatnis praising, they were praising Lord Krishna. Krishna is impartial. Anybody, even if it's your son, you will kill the son or punish the son if they have done some mistake. So there is equipoise nature, magnanimity, generous, charitable. We discussed Sudama episode elaborately. Karuna, kind. Okay, let's meditate on this. With this we'll conclude. But it will take half an hour to conclude this. There is one beautiful shloka in the Bhagavad Gita that Krishna repeats it twice in the 9th chapter and in the 18th. He says, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhya jivam namaskuru. Manmana, always think of me. Bhava madbhakto, become my devotee. If you are always thinking of Krishna, are you not a devotee? Why Krishna has to say it twice? If it is essential shloka, conclusive shloka, essence of the essence of the essence of the essence of all scriptures. You see, Gita is the essence of all scriptures. Sarvopanishado gavo, dogdha gopalanandanaha. So all the Upanishads are like cow. And the milk of that cow is Bhagavad Gita. The essence of all scriptures is Gita. Essence of Gita is the middle 6 chapters of Bhakti Yoga. Essence of that middle section of Bhakti Yoga is the middle 2 chapters, 9 and 10. Essence of that middle 2 chapters is Manmana Bhava Bhakta Shloka. Essence of the essence of essence. Essence for 5. Essence for 4. That is Manmana Bhava Bhakta Shloka. In this shloka, which is supposed to be essence of everything, how can Krishna repeat these 2 statements? Manmana Bhava Bhakta. Always think of me and become my devotee. The implication is, you can always think of Krishna without becoming a devotee also. Isn't it? Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, Shishupal. You can always think of Krishna with a negative emotion also, but Krishna said with a devotional emotion, bhava mad bhakto, with a positive emotion, spiritual emotion, you always think of me, not like Hiranyakashipu. Then Madhyaji Manamaskuru clear. So of these 4 things, Manmana becomes even more essential. Krishna conscious. Madhyaji, one may worship Krishna but without having loving feelings towards Krishna. So one may mechanically do things. Mam Namaskar, one may offer obeisances to Krishna just as mechanical. You offer obeisances out. But Manmana is more important. Smartavya satatam Vishnu vismartavyo na jatichit sarve vidhi nishedhasyur eta yodhema kinkaraha. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna is the essence of all the prescriptions and prohibitions in the entire Shastra. In all the Shastras. So, Krishna said Manmana, which is like always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. What exactly does it mean to always think of Krishna? Ramanujacharya gives this beautiful statement. Mai apara karunya saushilya saundarya madhurya gambhirya audarya vatsalya jaladho nivishta manabhava. How many of you know this? How many of you know this? Oh, I learned this from Madhav, this statement. Mai apara karunya means compassion. Saushilya, good character. Saundarya, beauty. Madhurya, sweetness. Gambhirya, gravity. Audarya means benevolence, mercy, benevolence, magnanimity. Vatsalya, affection. Jaladho, jaladhi means an ocean. Seven oceans. Manmana means to immerse or to bathe our minds in the seven oceans of Krishna. Krishna is a Karunya Jaladhi, Saushilya Jaladhi, Saundarya Jaladhi, Madhurya Jaladhi, Gambhirya Jaladhi. And all apart. All are like you can't.
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented,
Unmeasurable.
unparalleled. You cannot find its vastness or depth. Unlimited. You can't find the shore. You can't explore the depth. Mai apara karunya saushilya saundarya madhurya audarya vatsalya jaladhau nivishta manabhava. Immerse your mind, bathe your minds in these seven oceans in Krishna. Are you ready to bathe now at 9 o'clock? Right. Let's bathe in first ocean now.
Haribol!
First ocean is Karunya Jaladhi. Karunya Jaladhi means the notion of compassion. Yes, the sloka that you just mentioned. Aho vakiyam stanakalakutam.
Aho vakiyam stanakalakutam.
Jighamsaya payedapya sadhvi.
Jighamsaya payedapya sadhvi.
Lebhe gatim dhatruchitam tatonyam.
Lebhe gatim dhatruchitam tatonyam.
Kamvadayalum sharanam rajema.
Kamvadayalum sharanam rajema.
Aho bakiyam stanakala kutam. This Baki, the sister of Baka. There is a glorious family of two brothers and one sister. Bakasur, Aghasur, and Putra. Two brothers and one sister. There is another glorious family. Jagannath brothers and sisters. There are also two brothers and one sister. Here are also two brothers and one sister. This Baki came with a malicious intention to kill Krishna by applying poison on her body. Aho Bakiyam stanakalakutam jighamsaya payayatapyasadhi. Asadhi, she is unchaste. Jighamsaya, she came with a poisonous intention. Lebhegatim dhartarichitam tatonyam. But Krishna has given her the position of a motherliness in the spiritual world. Kamvadayadam sharanam rajema. Who else could be more merciful than Krishna? Who else is a worthy object of my shelter? And whose shelter can I take other than Krishna's shelter? Padbhyam bhakta hridistabhyam vandyabhyam loka vanditaihi angam yasyaha samakramya bhagavanapi tatstanam yadudhanyapi sasvarga bhavapajana nigatim Krishna bhukta skanakshira Kibugavo nugmataraham Padbhyam bhakta hridistabhyam. Krishna's lotus feet are always meditated upon by bhakta, devotees. Bhakta hridistabhyam. Vandyabhyam loka vandidaihi. Means those people who are accustomed to receive obeisances from others, they offer obeisances to Krishna's lotus feet. Vandyabhyam loka vandidaihi. Putana did not just get darshan of Krishna's lotus feet. Angam yasyaha samakramya bhagavanapi tatstanam. Putana is embraced by Krishna. Putana says, leave me, leave me. If Krishna embraces you, will you say, leave me, leave me? But Putana is saying, leave me, leave me. But Krishna is not leaving. That's our fortune. Always he did not want embrace of Krishna. Krishna is forcefully embracing, not leaving only. Right? Angam yasyaha samakramya bhagavanapi tatstanam yadudhanyapi sasvarga bhavapajana nigatim Krishna Bhaktastana Kshira Himukavo Numatara. Although she is a Yatubhani, she is a witch, she is a Rakshasi, she got the position of a motherly nurse in Goloka Vrindavan, assistant of Mother Yashoda. Not to speak of all the gopis and the cows in Vrindavan who gave their milk to Krishna lovingly.
Hare Krishna.
So that is Krishna's compassion. He is Karunya Jaladi, extremely compassionate. Especially in Vrindavan, he is more compassionate. Krishna Thakur says in the 12th chapter of 10th canto, Alhasra episode, in Vrindavan, Krishna is more fortunate, more versatile. Karunya Jaladi. So we bathed in one ocean. We didn't explore the depths. We didn't explore the expanse of the ocean. We just took just two little drops and sprinkled on us. So that is Karunya Jaladi. Uddhas is like this. Then Saushilya Jaladi. Yesterday we discussed, right? Day before yesterday. Saundaryam lalanali dhairya dalanam leela ramastambhini Viryam kantukitadri varya bhavalat pare parardham guna Sheelam sarvajana anuranjana maho yasyayam asmu prabhu. Sheelam sarvajana anuranjana. That is Saushilya Jaladi. He is an ocean of good character. He is an ocean of great compassion. He is an ocean of good character also. He is very respectful. He is very humble. Whether it is in front of his parents or in front of his gurus and Vipramani or in front of elders or stepmothers, he demonstrates his divine character. He may say he is stealing butter, he is speaking lies in front of Mother Yashoda. That's child, small child. So Krishna, imitating the nature of a small child, he does all mischief in that. There is a grown-up boy, he grown-up young prince, he is exhibiting, demonstrating good character, exemplary character in all circumstances. But whenever he showed some cleverness, whenever he exhibited some quote-unquote human faults, these faults are special ornaments on him in his character. So Krishna is not attached to being very sober or very official or very formal. Lord Ramachandra is Madhyavada Purusha. Krishna has multiple shades and he can do anything. He can speak nice words, he can induce others to speak nice words. Right? But he is Saushilya Jaladi. He is a notion of good character. Then third, Saundarya Jaladi. Saundarya, yesterday, 2.5 hours we elaborated on Saundarya. One example of Saundarya. Idam te mukham bhojam atyantanilaye Vritam kuntalai snigdharaktaisya gopya Muhusham vidam bimbaratadaram me Manasya virasamalam lakshalabhe Idam te mukham bhojam atyantanilaye. In the previous shloka, Satyavati said, Varam Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu. I just want, not this. Varam Deva Moksham na Mokshavadim. That he says, Idam te Vapurnatha Gopala Balam Sada me Manasi Avirastam Kimanyehi. Let this beautiful form of Bal Gopal be manifest in my heart always. Then he starts meditating on the form of the Bal Gopal. Idam te Mukham Bhojam Atyanta Nilai. Atyanta Nilai, very bluish face. Vritam kuntalai snigdharaktaisya gopya. Vritam kuntalaihi. Kuntala means curly locks of hair. Krishna's beautiful form is encircled by curly locks of hair. Raktaisya gopya. And bluish face with some reddish tints. And Yashoda is constantly kissing the cheeks of Bal Gopal. Then Muhusham vidam bimbaratadharam me. And his lips are reddish like gumba fruit. Manasya virastamalam lakshalabhe. Let this beautiful form of Bal Gopal be manifest within my heart. Alam lakshalabhe. What is the use of many other benedictions? He rejects all that. No moksha, I don't know moksha. But later he became a little greedy. He I am asking Krishna to be manifest within my heart. I wanted to relish Krishna's beauty within my heart. Why not see him directly face to face? Sakshat darshan, face to face darshan is considered superior to seeing him in the heart. So I want sakshat darshan. For that, what am I supposed to do? Chant the holy names. Namo Deva Damodara Vishnu
Prasida Prabodhu Kajala Vimagnam Kripadrishi Drishyami Dinam Batanu Grihane Shamamadhyam Vedashi Drishya.
Kripa Drishti Vishyati. If you chant the holy names of the Lord, Deva, Damodara, Ananta, Vishnu, Prabhu, if you chant the holy names like this, then he will show Kripa Drishti. Yes, Karuni Jaldi again. And also express your condition. Give your CV, resume. In that you write all your qualifications. What are the qualifications? Dukkha Jala Abhimagnam. I am immersed in an ocean of network of miseries. Take me from this ocean and put me in the ocean of your Karunya. Karunya Jaladi. I want to transfer from this ocean to that ocean. This is saltwater ocean. That is sweetwater ocean. This transfer me there. From nectar ocean. Kripadrishti Vrishya Atidyanam Bhatanu. Not only I am immersed in an ocean of network of miseries, I am Atidina, very poor, very fallen. And Agnam, I have no intelligence to come out of this ocean. Only we have to lift me up and replace me somewhere else. Relocate me somewhere else. And by giving the Sakshat Darshan, Akshi Drishya, may you be visible to my eyes. So basically, the Lord is so beautiful. Saundarya Jaladi. And people who are beautiful may not be merciful. People who are merciful may not be beautiful. But he both. Yes, Saundarya Jaladi also, Karunya Jaladi also. So, first question, what is first question? Karunya Jaladi. Second? Saushalya. Third?
Saundarya.
Fourth? Madhurya Jaladi. We have Vallabhachary's entire song, Adharam Madhuram, Vadanam Madhuram, Nayanam Madhuram, Hasitam Madhuram, Gamanam Madhuram, everything is Madhuram. So, we Madhurya Jaladi. Then fifth, Gambhirya Jaladi. Just now we discussed about Gambhirya. How great Krishna can be and Brahma, Mohan, Leela, everything. Krishna played numerous roles in front of the Pandavas with Gambhirya. So let's go to the sixth one. Audarya Jaladi. Audarya means magnanimous. So if we have to describe Krishna's magnanimity, we must remember the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in which Krishna is extremely magnanimous. Chirad adattam nijaguttamittam swaprema namamrutam ati udaraha. Extremely udarya. Ati udaraha. Apamaramyo vitatara gauraha. He is distributing the holy name of Krishna even to the most fallen, not seeing their nationality, their gender, their background, their qualification, what prerequisites they have. There is some little sincerity. Give them Krishna. Recommend them for Krishna's love. So that's how he is Audarya. Karunya is compassion, which is shown when the other person seeks it or doesn't seek it also. But Audarya, benevolence is that you show that benevolence, Audarya, despite lack of qualification. Compassion also can be shown like that, but here in Audarya, the qualification of the candidate is not at all considered. And even if people who have opposite qualifications also, they will become more of candidates to receive mercy. I don't know much about Sanskrit meanings, but simple this. So compassion and Audarya is little extra, means extreme degree of compassion, little deeper than compassion. That's what it seems. Others can correct me. Next, Vatsalya Jaladi. Mother Suniti tells Dhruva Maharaj, I am just one mother. I can shower affection on you like one mother. But Krishna's Vatsalya is like 10 million mothers put together. Vatsalya. Evam sandarshita hinga.
Evam sandarshita hinga.
Harina bhrityavashyata.
Harina vrityavashyata.
Svavashenapi Krishnena.
Svavashenapi Krishnena.
Yasyedam seshwaram vasye.
Yasyedam seshwaram vasye.
Bhrityavashyata. See, Vatsalyata is at one level. Vashyata is at a higher level. Vatsalya means we are here. We are showing compassion and affection on somebody here. Vashyata means they are wherever they are, we are coming under their control. Pritya Vashyata, one step ahead.
Aham bhakta paradhino.
Aham bhakta paradhino. Bhakta jitatvam. Bhakti baddham. Bhakta Vashyata. These are the words used to describe Krishna's quality of being controlled with the love of his devotees. Okay, we began today's discussion with that. Next. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tannatham Gokulam Prabho Tratu Barhasi Devannaha Kupitan Bhakta Vatsalaha. All the Vijavasis, whenever they are in some difficulty, they glorify the Lord like this. O Lord, your Bhakta Vatsala, please protect me, protect us. Looks like devotees became angry with us. They are showing some extreme degree of pain. Next, Krishna is very humble. In the Rajasriya sacrifice, I will little fast. In the Rajasriya sacrifice, Yudhishthira Maharaj was getting down from his chariot. Krishna got down from his chariot so swiftly and he ran towards Yudhishthira Maharaj's chariot before he could even get down, and he opened the door. Right? So he was giving so much of respect to Yudhishthira Maharaj because he is the king. Krishna was not the king. He is king of sweetness, he is king of many things, but Ugrasena Maharaj is the official king of either Dwaraka or Mathura. Krishna is like one of the princes in the Hindu dynasty. So Krishna gives so much of importance to him. Then Sharanagata Palakaha, protector of the surrendered. We have so many such examples. Another beautiful quality of Krishna. Krishna, to show compassion upon his devotees, he would even sacrifice his own promise. My devotee's promise is more important than my promise. Swanigamamapahaya matpratignam kritamadhikatumavapluto radhasa dhritaracharano vyayachaladur haririvahantumimam gato tariya. Just to honor Bhishma's law and also to protect Arjuna's life and to simultaneously show his affection towards both of his devotees. Krishna attempted to compromise his own vow by picking up a chariot wheel. From another perspective, Krishna did not break his vow also. Because chariot wheel is not considered. When a warrior is going to the battlefield, will he pick up some chariot wheels? And the four wheels are there under the chariot. It's not one of the weapons. In that sense, Krishna did not break his vow.
Chakrapani became Rathangapani.
Rathangapani. He became like that. It's a beautiful shloka. In the first canto, Rathangapani. Yomayaya santataya anuvritya bhajeta tatpada sarvadagandham. How does it begin? First canto, third chapter. Something like this. Yo amayaya, without any reservations. Santataya, always, constantly, without any interruptions. Anuvritya, favorably, one who renders service. Such a person can understand Krishna's glories. Saveda dhatu padavim parasyam.
Saveda dhatum padavim parasyam.
Duranta viryasya rathangapane.
Duranta viryasya rathangapane.
Yomayaya santataya anuvritya.
Yomayaya santataya anuvritya.
Bhajeta
Tatpad Sarojagandham.
Prathangapani Krishna, this reminded me of that. Prathangapani Krishna will bless a devotee and give understanding of his own tattva and his heart to other devotees to the degree devotees perform unmotivated service, uninterrupted service without any reservations. This reminds me of something else also. The Lord reveals his heart to people, to his devotees. It's not easy to understand the Lord's heart. Just now we have seen about Gambhirya. Nahi yasya karhi chitrajan puman vela vidicitam yad vijijnasaya mukta yuktani muhyanti kavayopihi. Even great kavis cannot understand Krishna's heart. But Krishna, when he appeared as Vamanadev, he allowed Shukracharya to understand his heart. Shukracharya exactly knew the identity of Vamanadev and plan of Vamanadev. And he revealed that plan to Bali Maharaj. This boy is not just a simple Brahmana boy. This boy is Lord Vishnu himself, and his plan is to take charity from you, and in the name of taking 3 steps from you, he will occupy all the 3 planetary systems with 2 steps only. You will not be able to fulfill your promise also. And he will take away all the kingdom and give to Indra. Whatever plan is there within the Lord's mind, Shukracharya completely understood it. But he could not understand Bali Maharaj's heart. Devotees' plans are inconceivable to Shukracharya, Lord's plans are fully conceivable. And what did Shukracharya say? He said that you won't be able to fulfill your promise, you won't be able to offer 3rd step. Means he could not understand what Bali Maharaj would do when Vamanadev asked him for the 3rd step. Bali Maharaj will offer his head, put your 3rd foot on me. That was not known to Shukracharya. But whatever Vamanadev planned, he completely knew. You know why? The Lord revealed his heart to Shukracharya. Shukracharya, please understand my full plans. And just before I arrive only, I will send an SMS, WhatsApp message to me. Check your message. This is what I am going to do. And you stop your disciple. Then your disciple will reject you. That he did not understand. Shukracharya did not understand that. So Shukracharya only understood the Lord's plan and revealed that plan to Bali Maharaj. And after that, how Bali will respond, Shukracharya has no idea. But then Bali responded. How? He rejected his Guru. My Guru is instructing me to take back my promise. My Guru is asking me to not surrender to Vishnu. What kind of Guru is he? I reject you. Shukracharya did not understand Bali Maharaj's intentions. He could never expect that. He could expect that a small Brahmana boy can take away all the property of Bali Maharaj, but he could never expect that his own disciple will disobey him. Why did the Lord arrange this to happen? Because when Shukracharya stops Bali Maharaj, and when Bali Maharaj rejects Shukracharya and then offers everything to Krishna, Vamanadev, and does Atma Nivedana, then Bali Maharaj's glory will be highlighted. If nobody stops him, and Bali Maharaj innocently offers the 3 steps of land, and he is bankrupt, he is seated. But Bali Maharaj knew what Vamanadev is going to do, because Shukracharya told him. Despite knowing the Lord's plans, he offered. That is Atma Nivedana. We were discussing, right? The Lord will. We have a list of difficulties that we want to face, but the Lord has a different list. We choose to suffer in a particular way. This kind of austerity if you give me, I will experience. That austerity I cannot handle. This inconvenience, this reversal I can handle, but that reversal I cannot handle. We have our list. But the Lord says, I will not follow your list. I have my list. I will trouble you in my own way. I will purify you in my own way. And the way I purify you may not be palatable to you. Accept it. The Lord may say like that. But despite knowing the Lord's way of purifying Bali Maharaj, still Bali Maharaj surrendered to him. That highlighted his glory so much. Again, go back to his first quality that we discussed, Bhaktana Manavardhanam Prabhave Sarvasatvatam. The Lord likes to highlight the glories of His devotees. That is one of His qualities. One of the foremost qualities of the Lord is He wants to see His devotees more glorified than Himself also. He gives them opportunities to surrender and He reveals how surrendered they are to everybody. Uttara, she came running to Krishna. Pahi pahi vaha yogin deva deva jagatpate na anyam pada bhayam pashyet yatra mrityuh parasparam. She said that. She said that Krishna, you are the only person who can protect. Now Ashwatthama's Brahmastra is coming towards me, a fiery arrow is coming towards me. Let it kill me, no problem. It should not kill my child within the womb. That is mother's law. She can sacrifice her life, not her child. But if you see the context, just a few days back, Uttara lost her husband. Did Krishna protect? Krishna did not protect my husband. Will He protect my son now? Why should I go to him? I will not go to him. Kritujjiti, when she lost her son, she blamed the Lord. She criticized Krishna. You are like an inexperienced child. You are going against your creative laws. How can a child die within the lifetime of his father? She blamed him. But Uttara is not like that. She lost her husband. If Krishna had not protected Parikshit Maharaj, will Uttara give up her devotion to Parikshit? No. You see, this is the nature of a devotee. In happiness or in distress, in success or in failure, in victory or defeat, in a materially pleasant situation or unpleasant situation, devotees are always surrendered to Krishna, and their quality of tolerance, humility, gratitude and surrender are very dear to Krishna, and Krishna wanted to create situations to highlight their Vaishnava qualities. That is the quality of Krishna. To highlight the Vaishnava qualities of Vaishnavas is the quality of Krishna. One of the foremost qualities of Krishna. Krishna allowed Bhishma to take the side of adharma, fight on behalf of Duryodhana. And Bhima fought obediently. Everybody misunderstood Bhishma. Everybody misunderstood Bhishma. Till now people ask questions. Why did Bhishma not stop Draupadi Vastraharan? Why did Bhishma fight on behalf of Duryodhana? What's happening? So many people question Bhishma allowed himself to be misunderstood for all generations to come to become an instrument in Krishna's will.
Yeah.
Krishna wanted to give this important message to all of us. However powerful, influential and popular, experienced you may be, if you take the side of adharma, you will fall down. You will be defeated. Krishna wanted to give this message to everybody, and Krishna used Bhishma, who is the most celebrated warrior of his times. And Krishna allowed Bhishma to be defeated by an inferior warrior, less experienced warrior like Arjuna. You see? And Bhishma did it. And to highlight how great Bhishma is, Krishna created another situation. What is that? After Kunti Mata offered her prayers, Yudhishthira Maharaj came to Krishna, crying, because of me, just to enthrone me as the king of Hastinapur, hundreds and thousands of soldiers have sacrificed their lives. I am the cause of their death. Yudhishthira Maharaj was feeling so overwhelmed, so sad, so guilty. Krishna tried to pacify him. Yudhishthira Maharaj is not getting pacified. Vyasadeva tried to pacify him. He is not getting pacified. Dhaumya tried. Yudhishthira is not getting pacified. Many people try to give good counsel. Yudhishthira Maharaj is not pacified. In that context, Sutta Goswami described Krishna as Adbhuta Karmana, one who does wonderful deeds. What is the wonderful deed Yudhishthira Maharaj did? Krishna did. Krishna allowed Yudhishthira Maharaj to get confused, and Krishna counseled him. And again he made Yudhishthira Maharaj not to get convinced by his counseling. Right? Externally, as Bhagavan, he is giving him good counseling, consoling him. Internally, as Paramatma is talking, go listen to me. Only Krishna can do it. Krishna sitting inside Yudhishthira Maharaj's heart, he says, don't listen to Krishna's words. You have to listen to Bhishma's words. Then Krishna took all the Pandavas in front of Bhishma. So much service Krishna extracted from Bhishma. Whole life. And he was pierced by Arjuna's arrows. Every inch of his body was pierced by Arjuna's arrows, and he was lying on the deathbed. None of his body limbs are moving except one part, tongue. Even in these circumstances, Krishna is expecting some service from Vishnu. What is that service? Give one class. On Raja Dharma, Dana Dharma, Stri Dharma, Varnashrama Dharma, and ultimately Bhagavata Dharma. Give one class. It's not that easy to give a class lying on a bed of arrows on the battlefield. Only tongue is moving, nothing else is moving. Why did Krishna expect that service from? Before dying, you should do the service and die. Why did Krishna expect this? Just to glorify Bhishma. Whole life you have been misunderstood by many people. You have been mistreated by Duryodhana, Dushasana. Against your desire, you had to submit to the expectations of Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra. It was very painful for Bhishma. At least when Vidura was against Duryodhana said, get us from here, I banish you. But Duryodhana never said that to Bhishma, because he knows Bhishma is loyal to the throne of Hastinapur. Bhishma's presence is very important for the victory over the Pandavas. He wanted his hands, not his heart. That's how malicious people are, Duryodhana kind of people. He wanted only the experience of Bhishma and hands of Bhishma, and not the heart of Bhishma. In this world, the Lord can create situations where a pure devotee is also manipulated by an unscrupulous person. And if that is the service that is given to him, devotee will accept that service. Bhishma did it. And finally, when Bhishma was there, laying on the deathbed, Pandavas came in front. Bhishma said so many things. Aho Kashtam, Aho Anyayam, Yudhuyam, Dharmanandana. He said many beautiful things. And in the presence of Krishna, in the presence of Vyasa, in the presence of Dhaumya, in the presence of Vishwamitra, Jamadagni, Sukadeva Goswami, and many such Brahmarshis, Rajarshis, Devarshis and universal celebrities, to counsel Yudhishthira Maharaj is not a small thing. Yudhishthira Maharaj is not an ordinary person, he is Dharmaraj. He is the personification of Dharma. When he is confused, to counsel him is not a small thing, that too when so many people are sitting in front. Sukadeva Goswami is sitting. Darshan is sitting, he is on spiritual master. Right? And Jamadagni is sitting. Vishwamitra is sitting. Krishna is personally standing there. Standing, not even sitting. So many people are standing, and Bhishma was able to give class. How knowledgeable he is, how experienced he is, how much presence of mind he had. Krishna wanted to reveal his glories to the whole world just before his death. This is the quality of Krishna. Krishna will never let his devotee down. So if some people misunderstand the devotees, that's their problem. But Krishna gave enough clues and very self-evident circumstances he created to highlight the glory of Krishna. Krishna sacrificed his own promise to honor Vishnu's promise. Prema Vashya, 40th quality. I think we'll do it later. So many are there. We'll directly go to conclusion. Conclusion. What is conclusion of our class generally? Radha. Let's go to Radha. We'll directly go to Radha. Yeah. We have seen 7 versions of Krishna, right? Radha is no less. The qualities are also like 7 versions. Vaidagya Sindhur Anuraga Rasaika Sindhur
Vaidagya Sindhur Anuraga Rasaika Sindhur
Vatsalya Sindhurati Sandra Krupaika Sindhur
Vatsalya Sindhurati Sandra Krupaika Sindhur
Lavanya Sindhur Amrita Chavi Rupa Sindhur
Lavanya Sindhur Amrita Chavi Rupa Sindhur
Srimati Radharani is an ocean of virtues. Anuraga Rasaika Sindhu. She has this deep affection, attraction towards Krishna. Anuraga Rasa. She's an ocean, condensed ocean of unlimited attraction towards Krishna. That is second ocean. Third, Vatsalya Sindhu. Krishna is also Vatsalya Jalavi. She is also Vatsalya Sindhu. Sindhu Jalavi both are same, ocean. She is an ocean of compassion. Affection, motherly affection towards all the children. Whatever devotion we have towards Krishna is coming from Radharani. Fourth, Ati Sandar Kripaika Sindhu. Kripa is compassion. Sandar Kripa means condensed compassion. Condensed ocean of compassion. Ati Sandar Kripa means extremely condensed ocean of compassion is Srimati Radharani. Extra, more than Krishna. Lavanya Sindhu, an ocean of loveliness. Amrita Charirupa Sindhu, an ocean of beauty. Jagan Mano Mohana Chitta Mohini, ocean of beauty. Then Shri Radhika Stratumi Hridi Keli Sindhu is also Keli Sindhu, an ocean of Leelas, pastimes. And tomorrow we are discussing Krishna's Leela. This is Radharani's 7 oceans, that's Krishna's 7 oceans. So with this, I will conclude my humble description of Krishna's gunas. 10 o'clock? Is it 10?
Yeah, it's 10. Yeah.
Every day I'm increasing half an hour. Also, I promise that I'll make some questions.
Tomorrow is Saturday night. Saturday night probably. You can go till
I have many devotees are traveling from distant places also. I'm really sorry for taking your time for granted and then extending the classes. But I'm encouraged by devotees to extend for my own purification. You should learn the Krishna more for your purification. Therefore, I'm responding to your desire. And I sincerely take forgiveness from all of you. If I said anything inappropriate or inaccurate, kindly forgive me. I'm really saying this. Please bless me so that I don't just speak the qualities of Krishna, but actually develop attraction towards Krishna and become Nityam Vishnu Janapriya. Right? All I want is loving affection from devotees and mercy of devotees. Without their blessings and affection, we can't survive in bhakti. So, genuine attraction towards Krishna, attraction towards Bhagavatam, and blessings of devotees. This is our wealth. Apart from this, we don't need anything else, and we can't ask for anything else. I just need this from you. Thank you very much.
His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu ki Jai!
And claps for such a beautiful, wonderful medium by which we could appreciate those qualities. Big round of applause. How amazing is it that a Vaishnava can sit here and for 3 hours continuously, from 7 to 10, bind the whole assembly with the ropes of such scintillating, unbelievable, mesmerizing devotional narration of Radha and Krishna's qualities. Big round of applause. And a big round of applause for someone very special. not one person, but all the lovely kids who have been sitting here for 3 hours hearing Krishna. And this was not a movie, this was not a cartoon, this was not a bunch of jokes. This was pure, unadulterated Shastra, and children are sitting with notebook and pen and pencil. It's phenomenal. Let's just give one more. We have 2 prayers to make. One is for a very, very, very long, healthy life for Prabhuji. Vaishnavas of this caliber who are young, shastric, traveling everywhere around the world, selfless, attached to Krishna, and speaking with so much affection and compassion. Very, very rare in this world. Very rare. So let's chant one Hare Krishna Mahamantra with all our heart as loudly as possible. Radha Vrindavan Bihari at Govardhan Eco Village should be able to hear it. And the second prayer is we beg Prabhuji, who is so dear to Srimad Bhagavatam, yet Vaishnavanam Priyam. The definition of the Vaishnava is Bhagavatam is very dear to the Vaishnava. So Prabhuji, for whom Bhagavatam is so dear, and he who's very dear to Bhagavatam, our second prayer is we want to ask Prabhuji, if you can just pray for all the Vaishnavas, all of us here, that let us in our life taste even one drop of the attachment that you have for Srimad Bhagavatam. We have heard of relishing Krishna Katha, Bodhayanta Parasparam, Tushyanti Charamanti Cha, but when we actually see someone doing it and being able to have that Shakti to impart it to others, it's so, so inspiring. Please pray for us, Prabhuji. Your prayers will reach the lotus feet of Krishna. So if you can offer a little prayer for everyone by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I'm extremely indebted to all of you for your love and affection, and I deserve all this attention that you are giving me. I'm not a person who is worthy of your time that you are hearing for 3 hours and all the late night traveling from distant places, and little children are also here. But still, it's your magnanimity, your attraction towards Bhagavatam. It's nothing of my glory. Whatever I have learned is from Prabhupada's books, Krishna Thakur's books, and what my spiritual master taught me, and what I learned from great devotees like Gauranga, literally speaking. Many shlokas that I have learned, especially the quotes, the shlokas that I was quoting yesterday from him. Actually, he stopped me, so I didn't quote him today. But I have learned a lot from him. Not just speaking Harikatha, Prabhu is an exemplary Vaishnava with so much humility.
With one hand hold, like how Krishna held Sudama, with the other hand hold the microphone.
When devotees of the caliber of Gauranga Prabhu, not caliber, but real Vaishnava qualities and humble mood, I can't describe all that, some are confidential in my heart. I can't reveal it to everyone, but he is an exemplary Vaishnava, very encouraging, very loving, very caring. Despite making such great impact in the lives of so many people and inspiring them spiritually, he doesn't take any credit, he doesn't like glorification, he's so humble at heart. He feels that he did nothing. So this is unparalleled example of Vaishnava humility, accompanied by great scholarship and talent to communicate Krishna's glories, decorating Sukhamukha Amrita Drava Samidam. Krishna's glories are already sweet, but when devotees like Gauranga Prabhu speak Krishna's glories, they appear much more sweeter. So, and I am one such relisher of that sweetness. Is Rasika. his Rasikta I am relishing. So I'm extremely indebted to you for all the encouragement that we have given and your loving friendship. It has been
Haribo!
So, Prabhuji added a lot of salt at the end of that sweet rice. But we want to mention, but we just want to mention, we really want to thank all the wonderful Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis coming here. You've driven, you have flown, you've been swimming, running, dancing, all your way here. We want to thank our Jagannath Krishna Prabhu and Jeshwari Mataji for hosting big Haribol. Done. We're not all dead yet. The first day we got so inspired to chant the holy name. Yesterday we were so inspired to have Darshan of Krishna in the form of deities. Today we were really convinced that we are on the right path and we are offering our heart to the right person, Shri Krishna. And tomorrow Prabhu, as he's been doing for the last 3 days, will imprint our hearts with beautiful leelas of Krishna. We can't wait till then. Prasadam is there. We have to catch up with little sleep, little sadhana tomorrow, and then come back for another celebrating last session. Tomorrow will be the last program in the series. That's the sad news, but we still have one, so that's the good one. Thank you so much. Hari Bol. So prasadam is ready for everyone. Hari Bol.
Exactly. Can you Yeah, we can't see what's outside. Huh? Now you're so static. Yo, it feels so good.